say remix.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to United View, and the drama is set to continue. Brazil are out, they've gone home. Croatia are through to the semi-finals of the FIFA World Cup in Qatar in 2022. But who are they going to be facing in the semi-finals? Is it going to be the Netherlands? Is it going to be Argentina? Oh, this World Cup is just starting to heat up a little bit, isn't it? Oh, I'm very excited. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner. We've had extra time. We've had penalties today. Are we going to get a second helping of it this evening? Oof, I don't know. This is the game I'm really looking forward to. The Netherlands versus Argentina. You've got Messi versus the likes of Cody Gakpo, Steven Bergwijn, Memphis Depay, Louis van Gaal versus Virgil van Dijk. This is going to be a fun one. Lisandro Martinez does indeed start for Argentina as well. We're going to get into the team news. We're going to get into the formations. We're going to get into your predictions as well. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. But as always, guys, this stream is brought to you by Fresh Ego Kid. Fresh Ego FC will be for the third year facilitating the annual Community Giveback for Campaign for Change to provide an essential hamper and gifts to families from low-income, vulnerable and at-risk families. This year, Fresh Ego FC is partnering with Anthony Joshua's charity Clean Herts Community. This year, especially with global inflation and fuel poverty, those families, along with other families, will struggle to provide the basics this Christmas and holiday period. Last year, through donations, Fresh Ego FC was able to give back to 120 families. This year, they expect to be supporting more than 350 families. As I mentioned, guys, it's a really important and worthy cause. So, as always, here's a message from Anthony Joshua to give you a bit more information on this fantastic cause in this holiday period.
People, I hope you're good. So the festive period is fast approaching, and what I've come to realise is that a lot of people are actually unsure on how to kind of connect with communities and give back. So what I've done is my organisation have teamed up with another organisation to do some projects where we're going to be doing community work and spending time in communities and doing some give back projects, right? So we want to raise some funds, we want to get some items because it's going to be rolled out across the whole year as well. This ain't just a one-stop shop. So if you want to get involved, follow the link, follow the Instagram page, the social pages for more info, and your help will be appreciated. We'll be there, I'll be there. It'll be a big community day. Don't worry about that, Leaf. And yeah, we appreciate your support fully, yeah? God bless, be safe, and I'll catch up with you all soon.
Words from AJ there, and as always, guys, if you want to donate, if you want to get involved, if you want to find out more information, it's all in the video description, including a link to a Just a Giving page if you do want to donate to a really well-worthy cause in this festive and holiday period. Let's get into team news. Let's get into formations. But before we do, a super chat already from HBT saying how it feels that I tipped the underdog for the first time this year. I woke up smiling. I remember HPT did say that Croatia was going to beat Brazil. I believe the score wasn't exact. I believe you said something like 4-1 or 5-1. But look, you got the result right, not the actual scoreline, but you got the result right indeed. I appreciate the contribution as always. Let's get into team news as well, because really interesting stuff on both sides. Let's start with the Netherlands. It was as you would expect, really. It's that back 3/back 5 once again. It's in goal. We've got Noppert, who's been really impressive for the Netherlands, of course. Hadn't played a game, not a single game for his country before this World Cup. Louis van Gaal, the eccentric that he is, decides, no, we're going to go with Noppert in goal, and he's been brilliant. So he starts in goal for the Netherlands. The back three is that same back three of Jurrien Timber, Virgil van Dijk, and Nathan Ake. The wing backs are the same wing backs that defeated the United States of America, that being Denzel Dumfries on the right, Daley Blind on the left. You've got that midfield pairing of De Roon and Frenkie de Jong. And interestingly, we've got a midfield, well, you've got a front three, and according to what I can see in front of me, I don't know if it's going to be actually like this, it's saying that Cody Gakpo is going to be playing as a 10. I don't know how accurate that is. And in front of him, there will be Memphis Depay and Steven Bergwijn. Now, that is a change from the last game, because in the last game, we had Davy Klaassen playing that kind of 10 position. Again, we'll have to wait and see how it lines up. I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually Memphis Depay and Cody Gakpo as the front two and Steven Bergwijn in behind. If you are Dutch and you're in the chat, you can let me know what is the most likely scenario. When it comes to their opponents, you've got, obviously, Argentina. You've got Emi Martinez in goal. A back five. Again, they're going like for like against the Netherlands today. They're going with a back five that includes Acuna, Lisandro Martinez, Alvarez does start. The Butcher of Manchester makes an appearance in the Argentine shirt. With him is Otamendi and Romero. Molina also as well is the right back. Midfield three of McAllister from Brighton, Fernandez, who's impressed so many people throughout the tournament, and Rodrigo de Paul. And in front of them, you have, of course, Julian Alvarez, Manchester City's Julian Alvarez, who has impressed a lot also in this tournament. And Lionel Messi, not Lionel, Lionel Messi starts as well. Fascinating one. So essentially, it would appear that Argentina is going like for like when it comes to the back three, you would think, / back five. I don't know if Acuna and Molina are going to be wing backs or it's just a flat back five. We'll have to wait and see how the game plays out. But from a tactical point of view, it's absolutely fascinating. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions. Let me know, as always, guys, where you're watching from. We'll get your comments up on the screen too. Let's have a look, see what you guys are saying. David says, all right, let's give you this like before I forget. Well, that's it. That's it, David. Once it's done, it's done. You don't have to do it again. Fantastic stuff. Victor says Morocco will beat Portugal. AB says Lavakovic, massive. Manchester United bound. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. V Cobra says Gakpo played as a 10 against Senegal as well. Justin says, Owen, I'm back. Great job. I was going to ask, why doesn't KG help you out and do a shift? Then I heard what I said out loud. KG is actually, I believe, doing DR because on DR Sports, he got Argentina in the sweepstakes. So I believe he is currently doing DR. King of the Indie says Gakpo in the 10. Junior says the Netherlands 2-0 against Argentina. Ciao, Messi. So look, I've said consistently that I do think the Netherlands will win this one. I really, really do. I've been more impressed with Louis van Gaal's team than I have been with the Netherlands. I think that Lionel Messi has been good for Argentina, but it kind of just feels like that's all they've got. You know, they've got some impressive players in Julian Alvarez, McAllister, Fernandez, but I just don't know if I see the cohesion. I'm not sure if I see the cohesion in that team or the tactical nuance in that team that I do of Argentina. But also, look, let's not be shocked if Lionel Messi does an absolute madness and rips Netherlands apart. I think it's a really even game, and I think it's going to be a fascinating game. If either side wins, it's not like the Brazil-Croatia game where you're like, oh, it's a massive upset, Brazil were the favourites. I think you've got two sides here that could absolutely stake a claim to be, you know, two of the stronger sides in the tournament. So I think this is a really, really interesting one. I think it's going to be a big game. I think it's going to be an exciting game. I hope, again, I don't know if they'll cancel each other out. You know, sometimes people can criticise the Netherlands for being boring. But at the same time, again, I think tactically, it's going to be fascinating. So we're in it for the long haul. Of course, if this goes to extra time, if it goes for penalties, I'll be here. I'll be guiding you through it. I'm going to be here all evening. Tomorrow, have we got a treat for you tomorrow? We've got a busy day tomorrow. I'm going to be live 2:45 for that 3 o'clock kickoff, that being Morocco versus Portugal. Then we're going to be live inside UVHQ for Manchester United versus Real Betis in Spain. Full panel, including KG. He'll be there. I'll also be there. Then we're going to be live straight after that for England versus France inside UVHQ. So now is the time to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got a big day tomorrow filled with 3 big matches. It's going to be a madness, and I'm really excited for it. I mean, look at that. Look at the amount of people. Look at the sea of humanity inside the stadium in there in Qatar. I can just see, to be honest, I can just see sky blue shirts. It feels like there's a huge Argentinian following inside that stadium. And it must be said, the Argentina atmosphere throughout the stadium throughout the matches have been fantastic. Duck Sauce says, 3 matches, yes. 3 matches, absolutely. I'm going to be live for Morocco, Portugal. The whole crew is going to be live for Manchester United versus Real Betis. And the whole crew is going to be live for England versus France as well. Come on. As the national anthem of the Netherlands plays, you've got Steven Bergwijn, Denzel Dumfries, Jurrien Timber, Nathan Ake, of course, for Manchester City. Seeing the bench, same names such as Xavi Simons, Jeremy Frimpong, of course, linked to Manchester United. United looking for a right back. We're 10 likes away from 50 already. If we can get a 50 before the game's even kicked off, we'll be on a madness. The captain for them, Virgil van Dijk. And there's the coach, Louis van Gaal. Former Manchester United manager, current Netherlands head coach. He is going to be replaced by Ronald Koeman after this tournament. What happens if they win the whole thing, though? Next national anthem up, Argentina. Again, changing their formation for this one. Their big rivals, Brazil, departed the tournament. A lot of people said they thought it was going to be an Argentina-Brazil semi-final. That is not the case. Whoever wins this one will be facing Croatia. Croatia reaching the semi-final once again. Second time in 4 years. Of course, 4 years ago, last time they were in the final. Can they do it again? HPT says, Owen, I need help. It's only 13 likes for me. It's because when you click on the video, the likes don't tend to sometimes update on the app. If you click off the stream and come back in, it will be 7 likes away from 50. Huge atmosphere inside the stadium. Incredible stuff. Big match, an exciting match. This is gonna be good. And goal, of course, Noppert for the Netherlands. Cody Gakpo possibly going to be in the number 10 role in this game. Guys saying the thumbnail wrong. It's probably a YouTube thing. It will probably update itself. I've just double checked on our end. It is the right thumbnail. Sometimes it's a YouTube thing. Sometimes it takes a while to update itself. I don't know why it does that, but we will. It will fix itself. Like I said, on our end, there's Netherlands versus Argentina. I can just check on my phone. It says Netherlands Argentina on the thumbnail. Again, sometimes it takes a while to update itself. Or it can be a YouTube thing. Don't know why it does it, but it does. VAR. But be sure to smash a like on the like button. We're already over 50. We're one away from 60. Unbelievable. Just the Argentina news. Alvarez partners Messi up front. Yeah, I think sometimes it's weird, YouTube, with that. Sometimes, even if you do the thumbnail, you have to do it like 3 times because, like I said, the cache gets weird. I don't know. But it's fixed. That's the most important thing. And thank you for highlighting it to me, because sometimes it just takes for me to do it again on my end. So I appreciate that. Community UV, keeping me honest, keeping us right. And that's what we love. We've got a fantastic community here at UV, always growing. Safe space to talk about football. Everyone's opinion's welcome. People have different opinions and we keep it respectful here. That's what I like. Here we go. Are we feeling this one? I'm feeling up for this. This is going to be a good game, I think. Even if it's boring, it feels like a big match. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're off. We're underway. Let's go. The Netherlands versus Argentina. Denzel Dumfries, winger, big header there. Here's Steven Bergwijn. Oh, player's gone down immediately. Might be a foul. It's McAllister. Darun, I think, with the foul on McAllister or immediately. Oh, I nearly forgot. Poll in the chat, of course. who advances to the semi-final. Netherlands, Argentina. Here's Virgil van Dijk. Jurrien Timber. Of course, linked heavily with Manchester United in the summer. In for De Ligt. Louis van Gaal, by all accounts, scaring Jurrien Timber in the summer, saying if you go to United and you don't play, you ain't going to the World Cup. He stayed at Ajax, playing at the World Cup. Lisandro Martinez did go to Manchester United. He's playing at the World Cup. Although he didn't start a couple of games, which was BS. Be interesting to see who does dominate possession here. Acuna. Here's Otamendi. Otamendi playing in the middle of that back three. Romero playing to his right. Lisandro Martinez playing on the left. And Netherlands trying to press. Here's Romero. That's a good pass to McAllister. In between the lines. McAllister. He's got Acuna. Acuna puts it back into the box. Cleared by Darun. Daron, excuse me. Who does he play for, Daron? They say Middlesbrough. Oh, Atalanta. I swear he said Middlesbrough. I was like, what? There's no way. HPT says, with a super chat, says, soccer, not football. Appreciate the contribution, as always. There he is, Louis van Gaal, King Louis. Completely turned the Netherlands around since becoming the coach. Victor says, Owen, what do you drink to stay so active in the watch-alongs? I had a cup of coffee during the last game, which it took me like 120 minutes to drink it. It was freezing by the end of it, but I don't mind a cold cup of coffee. So I'm still feeling the effects of that. And it's football. I get excited. Plus, I'm used to doing long watch-alongs. You try to do a watch-along of like a wrestling event on my channel, Owen Wrestle News 365. They last like 6 hours. So, this is nothing. What has happened? Someone's gone down. Cody Gakpo's down. I think he ran into someone. It looks like Cody Gakpo and Romero ran into each other. Or Molina, excuse me. Let's have a look here. They banged into each other. I think they just banged heads. Although I would argue maybe Molina might be a little bit conscious of what he was doing there a little bit. I'm just going to bounce into it. I don't think he expected him to clash heads. Ake. Virgil van Dijk. Puts out to Jurrien Timber. Playing right centre-back for the Netherlands today. Back to the Netherlands captain once more. Van Dijk. Travels forward with the ball. Puts it out to Daley Blind, playing left wing back today once more. Ball given away. Here's Messi. Messi travelling with the ball. Ball, oh, nearly cut back. It's fallen once again. Deflection. It was Molina, headed away. Cleared. Just a little warning sign there for the Netherlands from Argentina. Otamendi. To be fair, like, I don't mind Otamendi starting with Lisandro Martinez, but Otamendi starting instead of Martinez, that's a joke. Darun wins it in the middle of midfield. Bergwijn tried to play a 1-2. Referee gives a free kick. Bergwijn's down on the floor. And shock it's Otamendi with a foul. It was actually Memphis Depay. Referee saying keep away from the face. Yeah, just clattered him. Virgil van Dijk. They're on. Van Dijk tries a ball over the top. Not sure what that was. I think he was aiming for Bergwijn. Didn't work out. Acuna. Look at all of those Argentinian fans. It's incredible. Like, the entire stadium is light blue. Like, you can barely see any orange in it. It's basically a home game. It might as well be Buenos Aires. Romero. Attempted ball over the top to Alvarez. Nathan Ake gives it back to Noppert. Bit of a bouncing ball, difficult to deal with. Puts his foot through it. Surely Alvarez got to be offside. Goes all the way back to the Dutch goalkeeper. Nearly 7 minutes gone. Still 0-0. Both teams still just settling into this one. If anything, you can really actually see the sort of Dutch pockets there. There aren't many of them. There's a few sort of, you know, there's a pocket of Dutch fans sort of behind the Netherlands goal. Apart from that, not that much. Ake. Good pass to Jurrien Timber. Virgil van Dijk. Frenkie de Jong. Jurrien Timber. Pressured by Alvarez. Frenkie de Jong. De Rom. Here's Bergwijn. Back to Jurrien Timber. Noppert. Oh, that was short. Noppert, oh my God. That was very, very close. Noppert passes the ball back to Timber, and Alvarez, I think it might go under his foot, because it is very close. Wow. That will wake you up. If you weren't paying attention, you are now. Dumfries manages to win a throw-in, does good work. Throw-in to the Netherlands. Of course, got man of the match in that game against the US. 2 assists, 1 goal. Superb performance. Ball thrown into the box. That's an Argentina goal kick. Just when, but that's what it is. I don't know what it is with us with goalkeepers now. Because every time you look at one, you think, oh, he might be good. Then you see someone go, might not be good. Messi puts it out to Molina. You can see they're pretty intimidated by him because the moment he picked up the ball, he's surrounded by 5 orange shirts. Acuna. Lisandro Martinez, the Butcher of Manchester. Romero. Travels forward with the ball. Gives it to Rodrigo de Paul. Otamendi. Romero once again. Gives that to Enzo Fernandez. Lisandro Martinez. Once again, you can see that Dutch backline. Goes into a flat back 5. Daley Blind chasing Rodrigo de Paul. Ball into the box. Headed away by Virgil van Dijk. Slipped by Frenkie de Jong at the edge of the box. Messi gives it to Acuna. I'm not sure what that was. It looks like he tries to cut it across goal, Acuna, but to nobody. I mean, it's at head height as well. There's nobody he's really aiming for. It fizzes through the box. It's a bit of a waste, really. It's a wild cross directed really towards nobody. You could maybe say McAllister, but he's nowhere near it. Virgil van Dijk talking to his wing-backs. I think he wants them to tuck in a little bit more. But 10 minutes gone. Netherlands 0, Argentina 0. And the tactical battle certainly has commenced in this one. Cody Gakpo was nearly in behind there. It was very, very close. Throw into Argentina. Cody Gakpo putting pressure on, I think that's Molina. Already 21 likes away from 100. Oh, we're going to get to 100 before half time easy. Look at us go. I think that it looks like Frankie de Jong is going to be man-marking Lionel Messi throughout the majority of this game. If you can see on the screen right there, de Jong is basically in touching distance of Messi at all times. Here's McAllister. Free kick, foul on Messi. It must be said, it does feel like a bit of a stark contrast to the team that faced Saudi Arabia in that first game. Shocked. Started the tournament with a loss. Here they are in the quarterfinal looking to book a semi-final slot against Croatia. Oh, it's good play by Cody Gakpo. Unlucky. And once again, I think this is a really good example of what kind of player Cody Gakpo is. So this kind of makes my point of, I think, why United are interested in him. In this tournament, we have seen Cody Gakpo play as a striker, play as a 10, play sometimes in certain games off the right-hand side too, and his primary position at PSV is as a left winger. McAllister keeps the ball in. It's a really good touch. It's beyond Blint. Rodrigo de Paul. Ball into the box. Noppert claims that with ease. Ball given to Frankie de Jong. He's going to look to travel here with the ball. Being chased down by Molina. Still travelling with it. Ooh. I mean, it was a nasty one. He'll say he gets the ball. He'll say he gets the ball, but he goes through the back of the player. Molina, I think that is. Wizard said if they had Genie Owen, that would give Dutch more of an edge and would free up Virgil and Frankie de Jong. Possible. Chris Katsu says if we don't sign Gakpo, Owen is going to be mad. I think he's put his mortgage on it happening. I'm not banking on it happening. I think that's United's target. I think that's who we should get. Whether or not United get it, I've been let down many a time in the past of players we should go for. I think the idea of us signing an actual out-and-out striker, I think is really difficult in January. And I think Cody Gakpo fills all of those respective holes when we go big for a striker in the summer. Blint. We're into the 15th minute. Still 0-0 here. Both teams trying to find space. Neither keeper really forced to make a big save as of right now. Lionel Messi seemingly being man-marked by Frankie de Jong. You can just see that. I'm constantly watching Frankie de Jong, just Messi. As soon as he sort of gets past the halfway line, he sprints over to him. It's a short pass to Dumfries. And Argentina have the ball here. Loses it. Cody Gakpo gives it back to Nathan Ake. Frankie de Jong. Gives it out to Yuri and Timber, who travels with the ball here. Timber keeps travelling with it. Cody Gakpo picks up the ball. Memphis. Ball into the box, back post. Might get to Dumfries, puts it back across goal. Daley Blint. Backed in slightly. And just enough. And Argentina managed to get away with it. Frankie de Jong. King of the Indies says Gakpo is a front three player, so you sign him and play him across the front three. It's not complicated. I agree. I agree. That's why I agree with people when they say Cody Gakpo is not a striker, but I say that he can play as a striker, and he's a striker that's attainable in January, and he wants to come to the club. For me, I think that's a no-brainer. And again, then I think you go big for a proper number 9 in the summer, a big number 9 that you're going to want as your leader of the front line for years to come in the summer. I don't think you can get that in January. I don't. I mean, Vlahovic, we don't know what's going to happen with Juventus. João Felix, he's not a striker either. I think Cody Gakpo has proven in this tournament he's played multiple games up front as a striker. Frankie de Jong. Oh, 50-50 tackle there between de Jong and I think that was Lisandro Martinez. And I think with Cody Gakpo too, you know, in games where Anthony Martial is fit, you can still play Cody Gakpo on the right-hand side or the left-hand side, or as a 10 as well. Jordan says, so what's Gakpo going to be doing after a proper striker is bought? Playing in his more natural positions of the right-hand side or the left-hand side or as a 10. That's what happens when you sign someone that can play multiple positions. Or during the game, if it's not working, if he starts out on the left, you can switch him to the right. Or if he starts out on the right, you can switch him to the 10. Bruno can shift. It gives you versatility in the game, and that's what Ten Hag wants. That's a good through ball, actually. Oh, Emi Martinez off his line very quickly. Prevents Steven Bergwijn from getting the ball. If you sign Cody Gakpo in the summer, and you sign Cody Gakpo in January, and in the summer you purchase a striker, you've then got a situation where at United you've got Anthony Martial that's a striker, you've got Cody Gakpo that can play up front, and then you've got your proper number 9 that starts the majority of the games. That's having strength in depth in multiple positions, in my opinion. Nathan Ake. Daley Blint. Bergwijn. Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong once again. Puts it out to Urian Timber. Matchit says, but we already have a ton of shifters. Rashford, Martial, Sancho, Anthony, and Elanga. Well, I think, again, that's a positive. I think that's a positive. I think there's massive questions about if Elanga's good enough. I think on the right-hand side, which Cody Gakpo can play, you've got legitimate options. At the moment, if Anthony's injured or ill, we go, who can play on the right-hand side? Because Rashford, you would argue, that's not his best position. Cody Gakpo can play. On the left-hand side, you could say, oh, if Rashford's not playing well, you can bring Cody Gakpo on. Sancho, you can shift him around too. I think, again, that's having versatility across the front line. I think that's positive. We need options. Erik ten Hag has said it himself this season. He goes, we need more options in wide areas. We need more options in attacking areas. And again, to go back to, I know it's a cop-out, but if that's what Erik ten Hag wants, then we give it him. He's the best scout we've got. Denzel Dumfries with a throw-in. And no one just cares about throw-ins anymore, because every single throw-in at this tournament's a foul throw, by the way. Virgil van Dijk. 20 minutes gone, still 0-0. No real chances so far. That's a ball over the top, aiming for Memphis Depay. Playing with his back to goal here. Looks to turn him, wins a corner. Otamendi puts it out for a corner. It was Otamendi versus Memphis. Virgil van Dijk telling his team to calm it down. And we will have a wheel striker. But But I just don't see that happen. I don't see who we get in January. Cody Gakpo, short corner. Here is Gakpo. Ball into the box. Headed away. Ake. Depay can't beat Molina. Rodrigo de Paul. And Frankie de Jong puts it out for an Argentina throw-in. Really interesting one in the with the poll in the chat. Only 55% say Netherlands is going to win. 45 saying Argentina. It is pretty close. 4 likes away from 100 likes, by the way, guys. If you haven't already, click the like button. Virgil van Dijk dealing with Alvarez just about. Nathan Ake puts it out for an Argentina throw-in. Messi, edge of the box. Ooh, puts it over the bar. First time he's managed to sort of wriggle away from his markers. It was De Ron, and it's Van Dijk has to anticipate and come out. And that, for someone like Messi, that's half a chance. He's got space, manages to sort of whip his foot around it, puts it over the bar. But the first time he manages to wriggle away from De Ron and Frankie de Jong. Urian Timber. Denzel Dumfries. Frankie de Jong. Depay. Looking for Cody Gakpo here. Flicked away by Otamendi. Frankie de Jong once again. It was a short pass by Daley Blind, and de Jong just manages to recover. Goes all the way back to Noppert in goal. De Jong once again. Looking for passes. Can't really see many orange shirts in front of him. It's very, very static for the Netherlands, it must be said. Here's Ake. Depay tries to find Dumfries. Dumfries gives him a thumbs up, saying it was the right pass. It was just overhit. I mean, what you're seeing at the moment so far is you're seeing Argentina playing a back five, and it's completely neutralizing. Well, they're playing basically the same shape as the Netherlands, and it's completely, they're neutralizing each other. Essentially, is what we're seeing here. And we're going to get a very static game, you feel like, because of it. Acuna. Virgil van Dijk. De Ron. I think that's what you got to praise about Argentina. Oh, here's Memphis Depay. 1-2 of Bergwijn. Bergwijn might be through. He's going to take a shot. Oh, shot was dragged wide by Bergwijn. It was a good 1-2 by Memphis Depay. But I mean, to be honest, he should do better. It's good 1-2 play. And Bergwijn, it's just a shocking shot. He's just slashed across it. Left-footed. I mean, it's not good by Steven Bergwijn. Long kick from Martinez. Goes out for an Argentina throw-in. I mean, if this carries on the way we've seen the opening sort of 25 minutes ago, we might have extra time and penalties again. Both sides completely cancelling each other out. That's a foul. Foul by Dumfries on Acuna. You just get the impression that maybe the Argentina coach might have been a bit afraid of the wing-backs in Dumfries and Blind. Therefore, he's padded out the defence with an extra body, allowing Acuna and Molina to be a flat back five to deal with that. But at the same time, it's just completely neutralised the game. Molina. Rodrigo de Paul. Looking for Messi. Acuna. Oh, just comes off Alvarez and goes out for a throw-in. So a very, very even game so far. Not many touches for Messi, just the one shot over the bar. Netherlands dominating possession, 61% to 39%. One shot by the Netherlands, a shot by Steven Bergwijn that was way off target. 2 shots by Argentina. Neither have had a shot on target just yet. They've lost the ball here. Here's McAllister. That might be a foul. It was clumsy from Cody Gakpo. Shurian Timber. It's a high foot against Lisandro Martinez. Against his former Ajax teammate. Here's Molina. Martinez pumps it up the pitch. It's an offside given. AB says, you want to renew Rashi, PSG and Garnacho, Real Madrid, and sign another left winger with Martial and Sancho present. Big brain stuff. Gakpo's the new shiny toy. Well, obviously we're going to agree to disagree there, AB. I think to say that Martial is a left winger at this stage in his career is probably not accurate, clearly, because he's being treated as a centre forward by Erik ten Hag. I think when it comes to Rashford and Garnacho, yeah, they play off the left-hand side, but we've seen Rashford can also play up front. We prefer him to play off the left-hand side. Jadon Sancho was purchased to come to Manchester United as a right-sided winger. Again, he has played on the right-hand side throughout pre-season. He was playing on the right-hand side. So, again, I look at a front three that's interchangeable, and as to my point, I'm very aware that Cody Gakpo is not an out-and-out striker, but I would also pose, which out-and-out striker do we get in January? Because if it's a good one, we're paying a high premium of money we don't have, and 2, which big team or which team is going to let their goal scorer go in January? Even if it was an Ivan Toney and we wanted to buy him from Brentford aren't letting him go for probably like 60 million, let's be honest, because he's worth that much to them. If they don't have Ivan Toney, they might be in trouble when it comes to their Premier League status. So I think, unfortunately, we have to plug gaps because we have to plug gaps, and Cody Gakpo's that option. I don't see other options available. The options are limited unless we get presented, like I said, with a Vlahovic, which given Juventus' situation, it's possible, but I don't see it. Steven Bergwijn. Here's Dumfries. Cody Gakpo. Ball chipped into the box. Oh, nearly teed up to the back post towards Memphis Depay. It's McAllister. Messi. Is Romero. De Paul. McAllister. Says, without a proper striker, you can't compete with every team. But again, I would say, well, who do we get then? I would love to hear some recommendations, because I'm not hearing any recommendations of who else we could get in January. And if Cody Gakpo is not a striker, why are Arsenal interested in him to help fill the hole with Gabriel Jesus not playing for 3 months? They feel he can do a job up front as well. To get a proper bona fide striker in January, that is difficult. The proper number 9 in January, that's challenging. They cost 60, 70 million. Palmyra says Gonzalo Ramos. They just sold Darwin Nunez in the summer. Even if we were to sign a Gonzalo Ramos, it would be in the summer. Like, Benfica would not let their striker go in January. They just wouldn't. And again, we have to also consider how Erik ten Hag is getting his strikers to play. Anthony Martial, like I said, at this point, it's not even really for a consideration that he'd be a left winger. You know, he's a striker. If Erik ten Hag wants to play him or turn him into a striker, he can absolutely do that. I said, I think any striker worth their salt, it's really hard to get them in January because most sides, if they're a 20-goal a season striker, they don't let him go. They just don't. In the summer, absolutely. I think, and that's the point of getting Cody Gakpo. We get him to plug the gap that Ronaldo's left, and then in the summer, we absolutely get a striker. If we get Cody Gakpo in January and we don't sign a striker in the summer, we get to the end of the summer transfer window, and we haven't signed that proper number 9, I'd be furious. I really would. Because we still need a striker. We need a striker with Ronaldo. Rodrigo de Paul, Alvarez. Messi. McAllister. De Paul. Out wide is Rodrigo de Paul. And I think also as well, think about it. If we sign a striker next summer, and then you go, look at the options we've got. Got Martial as they're competing up front. You got Rashford. You got Sancho. You got Garnacho. You got Cody Gakpo. Alanga, he can go out on loan. You know, you've got options. Every big club that is successful has so many options up front. We don't have enough. We don't at the moment. Anthony, I forgot about Anthony as well. You've got 5 people across 2 wings and a number 10 in Bruno that you can bring on. And you can rotate effectively and not have the drop-off that we've had. Edge of the box, McAllister. It's a shot right down the throat of Noppert. Because we've seen an Erik ten Hag who doesn't even want to rotate for the Europa League this season because he knows the moment he rotates to other players, we lose. He wants to be in a process where he can rotate, 3 or 4 players per game and the drop-off isn't there and you've got people competing for places. Because that's what I never understand with the argument of, well, what's going to happen to this person? Are they going to be happy to sit on the bench? They shouldn't be happy to sit on the bench. But you look at people like City, their bench is pretty good. Their bench is pretty good. And they've got people like Mahrez, like Grealish, etc. all sitting on the bench. But they come in for several games throughout the season. They come in for Champions League games. When the team is rotated, they're bringing on someone they paid £100 million for, and he plays good. So it's about building out the squad. Sometimes I think we look in and goes, oh, it's going to displace this player. Is he going to be happy to sit on the bench? No, but he's got to play better than he'll play. It's a squad game nowadays. Red Baron says it's not just United struggling for strikers. It's very true. I think that, as I mentioned, the striker that can get 20 plus goals a season, it's a rare find. Not impossible. Here's Messi. Reverse pass. Oh, he's through on goal. It's 1-0 Argentina. It's 1-0 and it's Messi with the goal. It's absolutely brilliant. Oh, it's Molina with the goal, but it's all Messi. Molina will be on the score sheet, but Messi is the one that's created the goal. Messi wriggles away from his man markers, threads the ball through, and Molina puts it past Noppert with ease. And Argentina are 1-0 up and on their way to a possible semi-final against Croatia. You can put as many people you want round him. You can do whatever you want, but it doesn't matter. Lisandro Martinez is already in tears. 1-0 Argentina. A moment of brilliance. Just like that. Messi, he gets the ball here. Look at that. That is a ridiculous pass. It's just a reverse pass, splits the defence. Ake thinks he's got him in a decent space. He thinks he's got him in a good pass. He's not even looking. He just knows he's there. Brilliant reverse pass. Molina takes the touch and just puts it past Noppert. I mean, it's a brilliant pass. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous as an assist. I don't even know I think Messi has assumed that he will be there. I have no idea if he's seen him. You can't tell. He doesn't scan. Maybe like Pennywise or whatever, he can split his eyes in different directions. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous in terms of a pass. What an assist. 1-0 Argentina. Wow. Molina with the goal. I don't think many people would have expected him to be on the score sheet, but people would have expected Messi to do something like that. 1-0 Argentina. In a tight game, Messi sparks into life. And that's the point people can say at the moment at this stage in his career. He plays in moments. His moments are pretty good, aren't they? Whoa. Now the Netherlands have got to come out. They've got to attack. I mentioned that neither goalkeeper had to make a save. Noppert really still hadn't had to make a save. The only thing he's had to do is pick the ball out the back of his net. Superb. Wizard says that's what this game needed, a goal. I agree. Totally agree. And the place is absolutely bouncing. Listen to the noise inside that stadium in Qatar. AB says, but Man United are not City, are they? United has not won a trophy in 5 years. It's due time fans accept that reality. I understand that, but to get to the level of City, don't you have to have a squad similar to them? You can't compete with City with the squad that we have. Therefore, you would want to have strength in depth similar to City. Because big clubs, to compete for trophies and to be at the top of the Premier League, always have options. That's why City win the league. They've got the best manager, but they've also got a squad full of quality players. They don't just have a good starting 11. They have strength in depth. So the games in which they're not playing well, or if they pick up a couple of injuries or suspensions, it doesn't matter because they've got a bench full of fantastic players. You know, I'm not saying we're Man City because we're not. But to get back to that point, you have to have a squad similar to them. Listen to the noise inside the stadium. I mentioned that the majority of them were Argentina fans. And that's what we're seeing right now. King of the Indy says he sees the pitch from above. I mean, it's a sensational pass. It's brilliant from Lionel Messi. Martinez with the kick up the pitch. Dumfries wins the header. But you still do feel that despite Argentina being 1-0 up, the Netherlands are still very much in this one. I say that. Here come Argentina again. Acuna was in behind for just a second there. Noppert's going to sweep up. Palmeiras says, if Messi wins the World Cup, does the GOAT argument end? I mean, no. I mean, it won't end. Of course it won't. Have you been on Twitter? No. It won't end. I think it'll be certainly a string to his bow. He'd have won everything. I mean, everything possible for him. Won the Copa America, won the World Cup, won the Champions League, won La Liga. He won everything there would be to win, you know. But there will still be people that would be talking about him only playing for, you know, with great players or playing him a great Barcelona side. Here's Alvarez, cuts the ball back. Messi's inside the box. He's going to try and turn Ake. He does manage to, somehow manages to get the shot away from Ake. But it's easy for Noppert. I can't believe he managed to get the shot away there. It's ridiculous. But it won't end the argument. No chance. But that's still several matches away. Still got to get through this match, semi-final and a final. But to the point, that whole GOAT argument, any GOAT argument in anything, is never going to be ended because it's just subjective. It's all opinion. Here's Denzel Dumfries. That's got to be a foul on Cody Gakpo. It is. As I mentioned, guys, smash a like on the like button. See if we can get to 150. 34 likes away already. We're absolutely smashing that like button today. Superb stuff. The voting has shifted as well in the poll. Argentina now the favourites to win, according to you. Still plenty of time to go. 5 minutes to go to half-time. Netherlands 0, Argentina 1. Cody Gakpo stands over this free kick. So does Frankie de Jong. It's going to be Cody Gakpo. Puts the ball in. It's a good ball. Oof. I mean, I think it's Dumfries. Jumps over his marker and just lands right. Oh, lands horribly on his shoulder. That is nasty. There was a player down on the floor before that anyway. I think it was Rodrigo de Paul. Oh, it was on Martinez, excuse me. But just under 4 minutes left of this half, plus stoppage time. Argentina lead by a goal to nil. Lionel Messi's assist to Molina is the difference between the two sides. Ball goes all the way back to Noppert. And despite the goal, as I mentioned, it's been a very, very cagey game. That's C-A-G-E-Y, not K-G. Noppert with a kick up the pitch. Otamendi. Virgil van Dijk letting the ball go back to the goalkeeper. Thrown to Jurrien Timber. Dumfries. Virgil van Dijk. Possession's actually shifted a little bit earlier on. Netherlands were dominating, but now Argentina have come back into it. Netherlands only got 55% possession. I think someone's going to get booked. Jurrien Timber's managed to get booked, even though it's a Netherlands free kick. He's pushed Acuna to the ground. Oh, it is a foul. It absolutely is a foul. It's Acuna. And Timber just shoves Acuna to the ground. Dumfries is in a lot of pain now. I mean, Acuna really stood on the back of his Achilles. It was a nasty tackle. Acuna is cautioned, and now he misses the next match. If they get through to the semi-final, Acuna can't play. Oh, it's right down the Achilles. That hurts. That is really, really painful. That's why Timber shoved him to the ground. It's a horrible, nasty tackle. Scraped down the back of the Achilles. No wonder Denzel Dumfries is in pain. Jeremy Frimpong warming up. Of course, linked to Manchester United as well. Speculation about his future. Dumfries is back on his feet, though. Should be okay, one would think. But it's going to be a free kick to the Netherlands. Cody Gakpo standing over it. You think it will be him again. Daley Blind also standing over it. Virgil van Dijk, of course. Part of the attack. Cody Gakpo, it's a ball in. It's a good teaser, actually. Oof. Nearly went to Virgil van Dijk. Emi Martinez thought about coming, but it was just too far. Good delivery by Gakpo in a dangerous area. Nobody could get on it, though. Here's Timber. Volleys the ball up the pitch. Memphis is claiming for a handball. And it's a booking straight away. Straight away a booking for Romero, which would imply that it was very deliberate. We're going to have a look at this. Because it was a cynical handball. Let's have a look at this. Flicked in behind. I mean, he just punched the ball. But it's another free kick on the opposite side to the last one. Cody Gakpo stands over it once again. Same with Daley Blind. Wonder if it'll be Gakpo's delivery or Daley Blind's this time. It might be Blind. It's going to be Gakpo again. Ball whipped in. Oh, it was just a teaser as well. Again, Martinez holds it. He has to watch it the whole way. Look at this. It's begging for a touch from a Dutch player. And Ake went down in the box. He's saying that he was fouled. He's saying he was fouled by Acuna. I mean, if there is a foul, you would think VAR would look at it. Got 5 minutes of additional time added on. See, VAR not looking at it, so no infringement on Ake. So it's going to be Emi Martinez to kick it up the pitch. Kick by Martinez. Probably going to go all the way back to Noppert. Sweeps up well. Rolls it out to Jurrien Timber. Virgil van Dijk. Netherlands starting to pressure just a little bit more. Dumfries. Alvarez manages to keep it on somehow. I think it was a good tackle in the end from Dumfries. Yeah, manages to win the ball back well. Frankie de Jong. That's a foul on de Jong by Alvarez. And I tell you what, Argentina, the game's just getting a little bit nasty here because that's another yellow card. Oh, it's a bench player. What is going on? We've had a couple of bench players get booked here. And someone off the Dutch... Wout Weghorst has been booked and he's on the bench. He was furious with the referee. I think the ref's starting to lose a bit of control of this one. This is starting to get a bit nasty. We're getting a few bookings in the last couple of minutes. We're getting cynical fouls. People on the bench aren't happy as well. He just needs to be a little bit careful here. He could lose control of this. Frankie de Jong. Ake. Frankie de Jong tries the ball up the top. Flick on by Cody Gakpo. But nobody there. Just over 2 minutes remaining of the first half. Again, we've got 5 minutes of additional time. McAllister. Free kick given away. It's just very stop-start, isn't it? It's really stop-start because there's lots of little fouls being given away. Messi standing over this free kick. You do feel like that there are more goals in this one. Alvarez. Dumfries with the header. Bergwijn nearly won it back there. And that's a throw-in to the Netherlands. Frankie de Jong. De Ron. Ake. Here's Memphis. Loses the ball. Where are you going? He was surrounded by blue shirts. He knew he had to get the ball out of his feet. Didn't do it. Here's Memphis once again. Ball over the top. I tell you what, Ake, that might be a foul because he clearly shoved Messi. He very clearly shoved him. He shoved him to get some distance between him. Referee says no. Here's Jurrien Timber. Frankie de Jong. That's a good pass to Bergwijn. Depay. Put out to Daley Blind. Haven't seen a lot of him on the left-hand side in the first half. And he tried to play a 1-2 with Memphis Depay. Blind goes down. The referee tells him to get up. Should be everything we wrote. We're in the 50th minute here. Waiting for Emi Martinez to take this goal kick. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys, if you haven't already. See if we can get to 150. 26 likes away from 150. The ball went out of play, you would think. But a really, like, bitty first half, isn't it? Again, we've had the goal, but we've also had a lot of fouls. And a lot of booking, a lot of stop-start. Dumfries with the throw. Flick on by Memphis. So we're going to play an extra minute onto this 5 added on. Sandro Martinez goes long. Van Dijk manages to deal with it. And that will be half-time. That'll be half-time. At half-time, it is the Netherlands 0, Argentina 1. You had a goal scored by Molina. Fantastic assist by Lionel Messi. A little bit of magic, a little bit of a moment by Lionel Messi. Somehow manages to see the fullback out of nowhere, out of his peripheral vision, out of the corner of his eye. And it's Molina that gives his side the lead at half-time. But you do feel there's more in this one. But a strange first half. Again, the goal came kind of out of nowhere. And then really in the last sort of 10, 15 minutes or so in that half, it was just a myriad of fouls, bookings, and frustration. We've had a couple of people on the respective benches booked. It is a bit of a strange one so far, but I do think there are goals left in this game. Let's have a quick look at the stats, actually. I'd like to know because it is quite feisty. So in this first half, wow, I mean, that does actually speak volumes, what I can see in front of me. So when it comes to shots, you would say Argentina probably deservedly lead at halftime because you've had 5 shots from Argentina, 3 on target, of course, one of them being the goal. In comparison, you've got the Netherlands who had 1 shot, that being a wayward shot that was nowhere near from Steven Bergwijn. Apart from that, 0 on target. That's the only thing they've done. They've only had 1 shot that's been wayward. That's been it. Now, when it comes to possession, you've had the Netherlands had 58% possession. In terms of possession, Argentina in comparison have had 42%. Completed passes, Netherlands had 290 passes. Argentina have 222. Fouls, you've had 8 fouls from the Dutch side, 6 from Argentina, 2 yellow cards apiece. Of course, they're not all on the pitch. Some are on the bench as well. But a really interesting one that half. I did feel like both systems were kind of counterbalancing each other. A moment of magic from Messi provides the goal for Molina. But you would say maybe Louis van Gaal, what would you say he needs to do? I mean, I don't know if he'll necessarily change it as much. Maybe it might be a case of putting Gakpo up front instead of Bergwijn and bringing on Davy Klaassen in the same way that he did last time against the USA. That did work out quite well. Maybe he brings on Xavi Simons. He did that before in the last game for De Ron. You know, have a bit more creativity in the midfield. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He might take Jurrien Timber off to protect him. He is on a booking, and this game does feel like it might have a red card in it. As far as Argentina goes, they'll probably just keep it the same. You know, they're making the game very stop-start. They're breaking up a lot of the Netherlands' momentum. Not that they have that much anyway. And frankly, especially when you look at the stats, it does feel like Argentina is the side probably more likely to score coming out of that game. So, yeah, I guess to be fair, this is maybe what people expected coming into this game. They thought it might be maybe a bit of a difficult watch, maybe a bit stop-start. But I think Louis van Gaal might have to change something, whether it's system-based, whether it's personnel. I mean, he's quite wedded to, isn't he, that three at the back, 2 wing-backs, 2 in midfield, 1 10 and 2 strikers. I'd just be quite interested to see if he tries to maybe switch to a different formation. What that formation would be, I'm not sure. But as things stand at the moment, it is going to be Argentina versus Croatia in the semi-finals of the World Cup. Of course, Croatia eliminating Brazil earlier today on penalties. Still very much a possibility this game could go to a penalty shootout, could go to extra time. There's only a goal in it. We're just seeing the goal once again from Molina here. And obviously, look, Molina starts the move, but it's all about Messi. Whilst the goal is in the name of Molina, it's all Messi. Look, he gets the ball here. Ake comes in. But to find that run between two centre-backs, you could argue maybe Daley Blind should track his man a bit better. He doesn't track the runner. But frankly, I don't think he expects Lionel Messi to be able to find that pass between two defenders. It's nothing short of sensational. It's a world-class pass. Still, the defender has a lot to do in terms of the finish, and he does a good finish, Molina, going past Noppert. But that's something else. That is... there's a lot of talk about Messi. He's overrated or whatever. That is a proper pass. That's a moment of magic in a World Cup quarterfinal. It is ridiculous. Now the Netherlands got to do something. They haven't really threatened all that much. You would maybe say out of their front three, out of Memphis, Bergwijn and Cody Gakpo, maybe Gakpo's looked threatening-ish. But I can't even really say that too much because Martinez has had nothing to do. Martinez, Otamendi, Romero, they've been comfortable. And if it is going to get into a match where it becomes a lot of fouls, yellow cards, complaining to the referee, I think Argentina will probably win that one. That's probably what they want, to be honest with you. So, a fascinating one. And I would expect Louis van Gaal to change something. Whether he's wedded to that system, we'll have to wait and see. I think it might just be personnel. As I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Davy Klaassen came on. But, I mean, what you really do have to talk about is that Messi pass. It's nothing short, as I said, of sensational. I mean, they're just highlighting there. At one point in the first half, Messi gets the ball. He's surrounded by 5 orange shirts, and he still manages to get the pass away. It's ridiculous, to be honest with you. But I'll see what you guys are saying here in the chat. David says Louis will figure it out. Tywin says the ref is so bad. HBT says, I'm telling you, Owen, France versus Croatia final. Could be a repeat. Could you imagine? A repeat of the final 4 years ago. That certainly would be interesting. Have to say I didn't expect Argentina with 5 at the back with a defensive flair. I would have thought their star players is more attack orientated. Yeah, they changed shape certainly. And look, they're 1-0 up, so it's working. Absolutely. I think, again, there's not a lot in the game. I think that both sides are kind of neutralizing each other, but a side that looks more like scoring is Argentina, and they have scored. And now it's about the Netherlands to really come out a bit more and show a bit more attacking flair. Meglaman says that Messi pass, though, OMG, it was nothing short of fantastic, was it? It really was unbelievable. And as I said, the discussion about him and the GOATs and Ronaldo will always be ongoing. In terms of the poll in the chat as well, who advances to the semi-finals, at the moment, unsurprisingly, the chat is favouring Argentina. 60% saying they think Argentina will go through to the semi-final, to face Croatia. Of course, we will be live tomorrow. We've got a busy day tomorrow, don't forget. We've got 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 match views, all live here on United View tomorrow. I'll be live here for the Portugal versus Morocco quarter-final. After that, we'll be live inside UVHQ, Manchester United versus Real Betis, the friendly. And then after that, we'll also be live for England versus France. So huge games coming tomorrow, and really exciting games coming tomorrow as well. And we'll be live for all of them. So now's the time to subscribe if you haven't already. Bottom right-hand corner, click the notification bell. You'll be notified every time we go live or every time we post or upload a video or a shorts. Of course, plenty of shorts coming as well. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and click that like button. We are currently, 17 likes away from 150. So if you haven't already, click the like button. We always aim to get to 150 before the start of the second half. So if you haven't already, be sure to click the like button. Just zooming in on Louis van Gaal. And I wonder what he's thinking. I wonder what he's thinking at the moment. And I wonder what he's got planned, what he's got written down in his notes and his old Louis Filofax. AB said, is Modric the GOAT midfielder? I think that's a very difficult conversation. There have been plenty of amazing midfielders throughout the years. He's certainly one of the best midfielders of this generation. I did a tweet about him after the game today saying, at 37 years of age, he just absolutely ran that midfield. He orchestrated that midfield. Kind of got a bit more overrun in the second half against Brazil, but certainly in that first half, he was absolutely brilliant. He was awesome. That midfield three for Croatia is underrated. They work so well together. You've got Modric, Kovacic, and Brozovic, and their technique, their class, their ability to play in tight spaces, their ability to play 5-10 yard passes and play out of trouble and play under pressure, I think is really underrated. And that's really their secret sauce, isn't it? That's their key to success, is that midfield three, that little hub that has everything going on. And I think that's people overlook them. For whatever reason, we still continue to overlook or underrate Croatia. Cidino says Brazil were too timid and negative after scoring, which cost them the game. Yeah, I thought I was quite surprised by that as well. I think it is a good point. I think that I was surprised that you had a game whereby Brazil had been all over Croatia for at that point was 105 minutes. And they scored, and then they decided they were going to be the team to park the bus. And I understand protecting the lead, and I understand that Croatia were going to come out a bit more. But if you'd have continued to play the attacking way that they were playing, with Croatia coming out a bit more, they'd got another goal. And they didn't do that. For whatever reason, they decided to get people behind the ball, which is very anti their style. And it cost them in the end. I mean, look, Croatia, it's the ultimate smash and grab. They only had one shot on target today, and they equalised through it, and then they won on penalties. But that's what they do. That's the game plan. From the moment Croatia kick off in a game, their aim is to get to extra time and penalties. Because they know, and this is what I don't understand. I don't understand the criticism of people going, they're playing anti-football or they're playing negative football. Well, what do you want them to do? Like, why on earth would Croatia come out and play attacking Barcelona-esque football against Brazil? They'd get smashed. They'd get eliminated from the competition. They definitely would not be in a World Cup semi-final right now if they played that way. They got to a World Cup final playing that way. That's because that's what they do. That's how, in tournament football, it's not who plays the most attractive, pretty football. It's the team that wins. It's the team that wins. They've won matches. And people can say, it's parking the bus or it's anti-football. Football's about entertainment. Entertainment, unfortunately, is a byproduct. People don't remember entertaining. They don't go, they were so entertaining. They remember who wins. It's about winning. This is a competition at the end of the day. You know, and look, obviously when you lose and you play like that, you can criticize them for not doing more. But at the same time, again, I say it's similar to Atletico, and it's kind of changed a little bit in recent years because they do have better players. But in the past, Atletico Madrid had won trophies and got to Champions League finals by playing that style of football. You know, if they played the Brazil style of football, they'd lose. They would lose. I don't understand that. It's like Jurgen Klopp does this all the time. Whenever a team comes to Anfield and they do park the bus and play defensive football, he comes out and goes, they played such negative football. Well, yeah, they did, but they won, or they got a point, which is far better than what they were going to get. That's far better than what they were going to get. You play your tactics and you play your system and you play the system or the tactics or the style that will allow you to win the match. Football is about winning. That's what it's competition. It's sport. You know, I'd much rather be a winner than be a loser and then be like, but we played some really attractive football. You want to win, you know. Make no mistake, as a Manchester United fan, you want United to play attractive football, but ultimately, you want United to win. That's the most important thing. There is plenty of time in Sir Alex's time at United. We like to remember with rose-tinted glasses that United always played attractive football. And for the majority of time we have. But Manchester United, throughout the Fergie years, had plenty of times where we didn't play maybe the best football. We played on the counter-attack, but we won titles, so it didn't matter. If you win games, it doesn't matter. Once you start losing games and bottling finals, that's when you start going, okay, maybe we should be playing better football. Because you want to win games. But if what you're doing is winning games, it doesn't matter. That's it. You know, again, it's not for everyone's taste, but you get results. I mean, because even people can talk about Jose, right? And maybe nowadays, Jose's football is a bit outdated, but Jose Mourinho's won a lot of trophies by playing that kind of style of football, you know? And again, sometimes you can take it too far. You know, you can, like I remember when we were Jose's last game against Liverpool at Anfield, when you play 8 defenders across the back, you know, then that's no problem. Then you go, well, that's too much. You know, you do have to actually try and, again, and it's context because this is knockout football. If we're talking about in the league, you know, if it's Manchester United playing away at Liverpool, you want to win that game, you know, so you play counter-attacking football. But if that's the best method of winning, then that's the best method of winning, you know. Again, I don't understand that. I really don't. HBT with the super chat says, Owen, guess the flags. I'm terrible with flags. I think one's Kazakhstan, one's Albania, Cameroon. I mean, I can't really see them. They're quite small. You can let me know in the chat. They're too small. So Super chat here says 2 weeks until football starts and this carnival in the name of football ends. Well, of course, yeah, the Premier League, well, Manchester United football is back on the 21st of December. Carabao Cup settings at Old Trafford. Carabao Cup 4th round against Burnley. We've got that game. And then, of course, the Premier League's back on the 27th. It's crazy when you think about it, isn't it? The World Cup has its final on the 18th of December. And Manchester United play 3 days later. How crazy is that? That's insane. That the World Cup ends and United are playing a game 3 days later. And make no mistake, there will be Manchester United players that even that don't reach the latter stages, or even that don't reach the semi-final or final, they won't be playing in that game. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what Man United team starts against Burnley, because there'll be players that played in that friendly the other day that will play. That's almost a bit concerning. King Remembered said, Croatia is ruining football. I don't think Croatia is ruining football. I would argue maybe corruption might be ruining football. or poor use of VAR might be ruining football. And look, if Croatia beat Argentina and get to the final, good for them. Do you think the people of Croatia care that they play anti-football? They'd be like, we just beat Brazil. If England played like that and beat Brazil, nobody would care. Nobody would care at all. Because you just beat the best team in the world. And second half is underway. I think, for instance, if the frustration is with England, is England might play like Croatia, but like against Scotland at Wembley, and you go, well, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? What are we doing here? If England played against Brazil, I'd even say don't overcommit. Why not? Sumit says, sorry man, international football is so bad. I mean, I'm not a fan of international football apart from tournament football that much. And again, I guess if your country isn't in it, then you really don't care. A lot of people prefer club football over international football. I probably do, to be honest. But as long as we get the win, right, Owen, so park the bus all the way, no matter the opponent. Well, no, because against Scotland, we didn't win. And we played Scotland at Wembley in the Euros. We really played defensive football, and it was wild. Ultimately, it didn't matter. Here's Messi. Gives it to Alvarez. Messi. Acuna. And that's a corner. Now, my point is that, again, obviously, depending on the players you are and depending on the opponent, you should always tailor your style. Again, if you're a lesser team playing against a big team, there is nothing wrong with parking the bus and playing counter-attacking football. If that's the best way for you to win, then you should do it. That's my point. Again, my feeling is that, attacking teams shouldn't be doing it against lesser teams, but again, I just don't understand. There isn't one way of playing football. Who said you have to play football a certain way? Corner kick to Argentina. Messi stands over it. Ball in. Flick on. Oof. There's Molina. Fernandez with Frankie de Jong in the corner. It does look like there were substitutions at half-time as well. The Ron comes off. Kloop Miners is on. Bergwijn's also off. Here's Memphis. The Pie looking to turn. It's done really well there. Goes down. It is a foul. AB says, when a team lifts the trophy, no one cares about how they played. And that's my point. Palmyra says, would you start Rashi tomorrow? Keep as an impact sub. I'll go out for a throw into the Netherlands. I think he'll probably start as a sub. I think he might start Saka once again. But at the same time, I thought Rashford would start against Senegal. So I'm not sure. Gakpo puts the ball into the box. Caught by Emi Martinez. Gakpo just trying to chip the ball into the box there. Memphis couldn't make enough room and it was straight. It was too close to the keeper, rather. Kicked by Emi Martinez. Van Gaal wins. Van Gaal. Imagine Van Gaal won the header. Van Dijk wins the header. Coop Miners. Ake. Switch out to Denzel Dumfries. Here's a pass to Memphis. Ake. Ake once again. Frenkie de Jong. Well, that's one back. Here comes Rodrigo de Paul. He might be through on goal. Looking for Messi. Oh, Noppert really gets there. Let me know who you think you would start tomorrow for England, by the way. And be sure to hit that like button as well, guys. We're at 157 likes. Still nearly 400 people watching. Be sure to subscribe too. Bottom right-hand corner. I'm actually listening to you while designing. Panicked when you stopped talking for 10 seconds there. I was trying to figure out with the substitutions. I was looking up here. Clute Miners came on. How do you pronounce this? Is it Berghuis? Steven Berghuis? Is that right? You can let me know in the chat. I was focusing on that. Here comes McAllister. Does really well. Molina. 52 minutes gone. Still Netherlands 0. Argentina 1. It's not Steven Bergwijn though. He's gone off. Here's Martinez. Oh, Ake just mistimes that header. Van Dijk. Sort of 7 and a bit minutes gone in this second half, and it's been not all that much of a watch, to be honest with you. It's not been great whatsoever. Say house like Berghaus. Is that how you say it? Berghaus. If it is, appreciate you, David Udo, if that is correct. Hanson's been a member for 5 months. Appreciate 5 months of support. Hanson says, I missed the UV. Feels like I haven't watched since the Premier League break. Swedish national here. That might be the reason. Well, look, I think that is probably very true. Ball into the box. I think we've got such a global community, people from all over the world. And there's only there's only certain countries competing in the World Cup, right? So Yeah, I mean, I like you. I long for the days that we're playing once again. The Premier League's back and United's playing on a regular basis, and all of us can come together and just talk about Manchester United, right? Because that's what we're all here for. But in the meantime, we can watch the World Cup together in match views like this. Here's Memphis. Hanson says, big up Owen and everybody here. Appreciate you, Hanson. Steered out by Martinez. Speaking of which, ball across. Rodrigo to Paul. Oh, nearly put it out to Molina there. It's a handball, Messi. It's a clear handball. I tell you what, in the first half, if that one on Romero was a booking, then that's clearly a booking. He stopped the ball. He went like that. I mean, he basically just wasn't booked because he's Messi. That's a clear booking. Crazy. Rob Banks says, Mexican here. Team is out, but of course, Ochoa made us proud. Hoping for an Argentina versus England final. Oh, Ochoa. He's legendary. Legendary World Cup goalkeeper, isn't he? Still saved the penalty. That's what he does. Yuri and Timber. Ball over the top. Aiming for Memphis. Easily cut out. They just haven't threatened enough, really, have they, the Netherlands? Really not. Haven't really threatened whatsoever. Frenkie de Jong. I think the back five is really working for Argentina. Daley Blind. Frenkie de Jong. Out to Klukminers. Berghaus. Klukminers. That's a reverse pass. Cody Gakpo. It's lost to Rodrigo de Paul. Again, I think Argentina are really comfortable at the moment. I don't think the Netherlands are offering too much of a threat at all. Here's Acuna. In the end, goes out for an Argentina throw-in. They apparently saying it might rain. It might rain for the England game in Qatar tomorrow. You can just imagine, can't you? Why does it always rain on us? England, I'm telling you. Here's Virgil van Dijk. Here's Memphis. He wishes. Lionel Messi. I say Memphis because he keeps giving the ball away in this half. McAllister. Romero. Otamendi. To Enzo Fernandez. Otamendi. Sweeps the ball out to Romero. Frenkie de Jong, though, gets it back, heads it to Virgil van Dijk. Heading towards the 60-minute mark, and it's still Netherlands 0, Argentina 1. And again, a very, very flat game, it feels like. Van Dijk aims for Dumfries. Goes out for a Dutch throw-in, though. Ball attempted into the box by Berghaus. Frankie de Jong. Kloop Miners. Doesn't work out. Oh, they've got space to go into Argentina. It's possibly a 3v2. De Paul, McAllister, bad pass. And then he slips over. That was a real opportunity for Argentina. McAllister gave a bad pass to Rodrigo De Paul, who slipped in the end. Here's Molina. Rodrigo De Paul. Just imagine what happens if England actually win the World Cup. I was just thinking that for a second. Not that I still think that France will win tomorrow, but I was just thinking, what would actually happen to this country if England won the World Cup? They'd have to call a national holiday or something. They literally would. I don't think we're fully prepared for what actually could happen if that was the case. I think France win tomorrow, but could you just imagine? Just think about it. What would happen? Urian Timber clears. Frankie de Jong. Cody Gakpo. Oh, it's a poor pass. Too much pace goes out for a goal kick to Argentina. And that small huddle of Dutch fans looking quite concerned because Netherlands are not really attacking or threatening whatsoever. That was just the heavy pass to Rodrigo De Paul, who then slipped. Kloop Miners tries the ball over the top. Frankie de Jong. Daley Blind. Gives the ball away. They need to be more adventurous. Messi just goes away from Daley Blind like he's not there. Here comes Molina, down Argentina's right-hand side. Gives it to Rodrigo De Paul. Messi. Oh, Messi's still going. He's still going. Withstands a tackle, and that's going to be a free kick. He drew the foul, and it's a foul on the edge of the box. I tell you what, the Netherlands, they can't handle him. They can't handle Messi. He's starting to pick up the ball in deep areas and travel with it, and they can't handle it at all. It's a foul by Van Dijk on Messi, and it's not going right at all for the Netherlands at this point. They're not creating anything. They're being swallowed up against the Argentina defense. Then whenever they pick up the ball on the counter-attack now, they just look really dangerous, Argentina. It's going to be Messi seemingly with a free kick. He's breathing quite heavy, Messi. He's got his hand on his knees. He's trying to recatch his breath. But seemingly it is going to be Messi taking the free kick. Rodrigo De Paul, of course, his keeper. He gives him the ball. Noppert telling his wall where to go for the Netherlands. It's a really good area for Messi. Messi takes a look up. It is going to be Messi. Puts the ball. Oh, it's not far. It's not far at all. It's just on the roof of the net and it hits like the stanchion behind the goal. Oh, it's really close. It's right on the sort of back stanchion. It's on the roof of the net. It rippled the net so people thought it was in. It's very close. Here's Depay. That's poor. I think Depay's got to go off. He's been really, really poor in the game. He keeps giving the ball away. Every time he gets the ball to his feet. Every time he's receiving the ball, he just gives it away. I think his link-up play's been really, really sloppy. Looking at the bench, who you'd bring on. I mean, maybe you bring on Vincent Janssen or Wout Weghorst. You know, they're wild names to say, but it's not working. I mean, you hope that the Netherlands would have come out second half and would have done more. But they've done less. They look even less like scoring. Just seeing a replay of the Messi free kick. As I mentioned, it's not far away. It doesn't even hit the stanchion. It hits the little bit that's actually holding the net up at the back. It's really close. So a substitution. Daley Blind comes off and Luke de Jong comes on. So they are going to try and put another attacker on, which I think is the right move by Louis van Gaal, and that would appear to be a change of shape. What that change of shape will be, we'll have to wait and see. I don't know who's going to come on to the left wing back. They might just switch to a back four, maybe. And maybe Ake plays left back. So they might switch to a back four. Depay and Gakpo have just gone off him, so it might be a 4-3-3. Ake has come out to left back. I was trying to see what the shape is like. But Louis van Gaal seemingly has given it nearly 65 minutes and noticed that it's not working. So he wants Gakpo and Memphis out wide instead. The width coming from the strikers instead of the wing backs. We'll have to see if this changing system works. Well, immediately Argentina are now making a sub as well. Plays the ball in behind nicely there. It's Enzo Fernandez. Nathan Ake now has the ball. I'll be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. We are 33 likes away from 200. So if you haven't already, click that like button. See if we can get 200. Much earlier before the full-time whistle. Got nearly 400 people watching. A lot of people saying that the Dutch have really dropped off. Tank saying, apart from Gakpo goals, he isn't impressive. Depay and Dumfries are not for me. Wizard says the Dutch needed Genie. Just that one player would have freed up Frenkie de Jong and Virgil van Dijk. They need to manufacture something. Tank also saying the Netherlands are very lethargic. Yeah, it's just, again, I've been really disappointed with the Netherlands in the second half. But again, they clearly have changed shape here. But it does look like they've switched to a back four. Possibly a 4-3-3, maybe. Certainly not out of it. Still a goal only in play here. But they've got to create more. They've got to show more energy as well. It's too slow. It's too predictable. Cody Gakpo. Virgil van Dijk. Puts the ball out to Dumfries. And again, there's been really poor touches. There have been poor touches from the Dutch team. And it feels like there's just been a sloppiness, a lethargy. Argentina, they just look really comfortable. Because they're basically saying to the Netherlands, go on then, attack us, do something. And the Netherlands are like, well, we don't really want to. So it's just back and forth passing. For a team that's so possession-based, their ball control's been poor. Here's Frenkie de Jong. Like that, he travels with the ball, but then tries to cut it back to Memphis, and it's just a bit behind him. It might actually be like a 4-4-1-1 or something like that. It's difficult to see. Because Memphis is kind of playing as a 10. It's Nathan Ake. Cody Gakpo's off the left. Memphis is out as a 10. Frankie de Jong. 25 likes away from 200, by the way, guys. If you haven't already, click the like button. Here's Frankie de Jong. Clute Miners. Ake. Maybe it's a 4-2-3-1, actually. I think that might be what it is. But then I don't know where Berghaus is playing. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out this shape. I think it is a 4-2-3-1. Yeah. Ball into the box. I think it's a 4-2-3-1. I think it's Dumfries at right back, Timber and Van Dijk as the centre backs, Ake as the left back. I think it's Frankie de Jong and Berghaus maybe in the midfield. I'm actually Frankie de Jong and Clute Miners. You've then got Cody Gakpo on the left, Memphis Depay in the 10, Berghaus on the right, and then I think Luke de Jong up front. I think. Acuna. Alvarez. Put out to Romero. Loses the ball, but Cody Gakpo can't really dispossess him. And again, big applause from those in attendance, largely an Argentina crowd. And again, I think they're very comfortable. Fernandez. He's made the run there. Oh, Ake just... Oh, they just managed to intercept it. But again, it's very easy. Virgil van Dijk screaming at the linesman saying it was offside. You can't give this amount of space in the midfield. McAllister luckily gets dispossessed, but there's too much room for some of these Argentina players. Acuna cuts back inside. He might want a penalty. Is it going to be given? It's a penalty. It's been given. Argentina penalty, and this might be it. It was a clear one. You could tell it was a penalty. Acuna's running down the Dutch right-hand side. Dumfries puts out a leg. Penalty. The question is, yes, just on the edge of the box, it'll be given. If it's on the line, it's inside. Yep, it's a penalty. Clear penalty. All day. All day penalty. Sloppy play. It's really easy. Acuna, he's just running down. He's always going to cut back inside. He does so. Dumfries sticks out a leg. It's just inside the box. It's a clear penalty, and I wonder who's going to take. This might be the game, folks, and I think the Netherlands only have themselves to blame. Really, really, really poor in their second half. Haven't created nearly anything, and it's going to be Messi to step up. Got an assist in the first half. Now, he has missed the penalty in this World Cup, of course. The referee's having a word with Noppert in goal. But it's going to be Messi to take. And if he scores this, I cannot see any way that the Netherlands come back, to be honest with you. Can the 6'8" keeper save the penalty from the little magician? Messi from 12 yards. To level with Gabriel Batistuta on 10 World Cup goals for Argentina. Messi, staring at the ball, stares up at the keeper. To effectively seal Argentina's trip to the semi-final against Croatia. This could be the game. Lionel Messi. Buenos Aires holds its breath. Qatar goes silent. Messi, 12 yards. Messi scores. It's easy. There wasn't much run-up. The keeper stood up. He thought that he was going to go down the middle, and he just easily puts it to the keeper's left in the corner. It's 2-0. This man is irresistible. He is on fire today. Lionel Messi has been the difference. Lionel Messi with the pass in the first half of the first goal. Lionel Messi from the penalty spot. The Netherlands cannot handle him. Louis van Gaal, the Netherlands, they look shell-shocked. They don't know what to do. Lisandro Martinez once again looks like he's nearly in tears. But it's just too easy. Game over. I think we might be seeing now an Argentina versus Croatia semi-final. Too easy. Too easy. This is such a sloppy penalty to give away as well. Cuts back inside. It's a clear penalty. Dumfries all day, every day. Noppert was trying to talk smack. You can't talk smack to Messi. He's not listening. There you go. No problem. Noppert doesn't move. He thinks he's going to go down the middle. With the short run up, he thinks he might Panenka it, or he thinks he might just slide it down the middle. The problem is, as a keeper, when you don't move and they put it in the corners, people will laugh. You all laughed at you. People aren't laughing at Messi. 2-0 to Argentina. He is peaking at the right time in this tournament. And maybe, just maybe, the Argentina fans believe Brazil are out and Argentina, would appeared, probably are going to be through. He's won Olympic gold medals. He's won Copa Americas. He's won Champions League. He's won La Liga titles. Could the World Cup be next? Emi Martinez trying to kick off against Luke de Jong. He spat him. Did he spit him? I swore. The referee's blowing his whistle. I could have swore Luke de Jong spat at him. The referee just keeps blowing his whistle over and over again. What's going on? The ref's still blowing his whistle over and over again. It's all kicked off. He's screaming at Alessandro Martinez. Let's have a look at this. He just claims the ball. And then Martinez stands over him. Oh, it's going to be a booking. I think there's someone on the pitch. There's apparently someone on the pitch. There's a protester on the pitch. We don't know who is, what it is about or anything like that. You could probably guess. But now the game is back underway. Still 2-0 to Argentina. Memphis Depay gets booked. Emi Martinez puts it out for a throw-in. Netherlands need something now. They are comfortably second best. It has been comfortable. It has been plain sailing. It has been no problem whatsoever for Argentina. Here's Memphis Depay. Plays a through ball, actually. That might be a penalty. That might be a penalty. They won a penalty. Cody Gakpo went down, and that looked clumsy. Interesting. VAR, of course, will look at it. I thought that looked clumsy. Urian Timber. Now, if they had got a penalty there, that would have been interesting. They're saying 88,000 inside the stadium. Argentina, they get a free kick. I'd love to see a replay. Well, maybe we get this Cody Gakpo deal done quickly now, because it looks like Netherlands are going out. Alessandro Martinez was booked. Wout Weghorst is going to come on for the Netherlands. Remember, he's already been booked. Acuna will go off. 3 of the back 5 for Argentina are actually on bookings. Acuna and Romero, both on bookings, are going to come off. Tagliafico is going to come on. And Pizzella is going to come on as well. So they're going to replace a couple of these booked players for Argentina. But again, this time will be added on. So the Netherlands fans or coaching staff that are annoyed about the time being taken for these, the time will be added on. Not that it matters. MK says, why was Martinez booked? It looked like for something to do with that whole Luke de Jong, Emi Martinez thing. But now Memphis Depay goes off. A bit too late, I think, for Memphis Depay. He was absolutely terrible in this game. Now it looks like they're going to go long. They've got Luke de Jong and Wout Weghorst on the pitch. And it looks like they're going to go long ball. But the problem is they've left it too little too late. I think they should have made that change a little bit before because, as my point being, I thought Memphis Depay was terrible. His hold-up play was awful. But now, in a World Cup quarter-final, they've got Wout Weghorst and Luke de Jong up front because they go a long ball. We're getting Louis van Allardyce. Cody Gakpo puts the ball into the box. There is a flick on to Weghorst. Cleared. Nearly worked immediately. 10 likes away from 200, by the way, guys. If you haven't already, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe. The target is 200. And we'd have got there immediately, which would have been amazing. Long ball. Once again. A bit of a wrestle there. Well, he might have just nicked the ball. Now they're saying a foul given against Weghorst, I think. Again, Weghorst has got to be careful. He is actually on a booking. Just over 10 minutes remain. Netherlands 0, Argentina 2. Goals, one in the first half from Melina. In the second half, Lionel Messi from 12 yards from the penalty spot. As of right now, it's going to be Argentina versus Croatia in the 2022 FIFA World Cup semi-final. We could either have Croatia in their second straight World Cup final or Argentina returning to the final for the first time since 2014. Of course, when they were defeated by Germany. Here come Argentina again. Counter-attack. McAllister. Alvarez. Could finish the game. Tries to cut it across goal. Oh, not put with the save. I can't even see the Dutch side scoring one, to be honest, let alone two. I just really can't see it. They've been really, really disappointing. Ake, Virgil van Dijk. Ake once more. Here's Cody Gakpo. Goes inside, does well. Whoa, that is a full-blooded tackle, and that is a foul. I mean, I thought he might have got the ball, but it was a full-blooded tackle. My goodness, look at this. That's a foul. As Paredes absolutely wipes out Cody Gakpo. Martinez is going to come on for Julian Alvarez. Alvarez off, Martinez on. Cody Gakpo standing over this free kick. Cody Gakpo wants to take it quickly. Ball put in. Ball wasn't good enough. Didn't reach the tall players. Yuri and Timber. They need 2 goals in just over 8 minutes. And for a team that has had, and I'm not exaggerating here, folks, these are the stats in front of me. The Netherlands have had 1 shot in this game. 1. That was from Bergwijn in the first half, and it was nowhere near. It's shocking, to be honest with you, how little threat they have done in this game. 1 shot. 0 on target, obviously. Ball in, that's a header, it's in, it doesn't matter, because they've had a shot on target now and they've scored. It's Wout Weghorst, absolutely superb. He's come off the bench and he scored. Wow, look at that. Jinx, speak and it will happen. Oh, it's a great header as well. It's a decent ball into the box and it's a good flick on. We got a game on our hands, folks. Oh, wow. It's a really good header by Wout Weghorst. Wow. And suddenly, wouldn't you know it, now there's an Argentina player on the floor. Shock. I don't see him scoring a goal. They've had 1 shot, not even on target. 2-1. 7 minutes, pressure is on. Messi's now gone down. The time will be added on. Messi going down. He's holding his ribs. Wout Weghorst is just It just got into him. It's nothing serious. Again, it should get added on. And look, if we've got a significant amount of time added on, if it's 4 or 5 minutes and they're pumping the ball into the box, they've got height. But it's 2-1 out of nowhere, a ball into the box, Wout Weghorst with a great header. Anything's now possible, folks. 2 likes away from 200, by the way. Now we've got a game on our hands. Okay, it's an offside, so it'll be a free kick to the Netherlands. Virgil van Dijk. Now, will the nerves get to Argentina? Will the Netherlands create anything? They've created next to nothing the entirety of the game. The first time they did, they scored. Netherlands. Here's Cody Gakpo. Trying to ball into the box once again. Holds it up, he does. Takes a shot! Oh, I thought that was in. It's hit the side netting. It was a belter of a shot. It was Berghuis. Oh, it's close. He's launched it into the side. I think it's a deflection. If that gets a deflection, it might be... Oh, my goodness. He absolutely rifled it into the side netting. And again, it's a deflection. I thought that had gone in. Netherlands have woken up. They're saying it's a deflection. I don't know who it came off. But we've got a corner and there's height in the box. 5 minutes left. Plus stoppage time. Can it happen? Ball in. Oh, it's nearly onto Van Dijk's head. And suddenly, this Dutch side are now on top. And they've got height. So I get if they keep putting the ball into the box. Van Dijk, he's just staying up front. I think Louis van Gaal said to him, look, we're playing with 4 or 5 giant people on the pitch. And to be fair, if you look at their back line, it's not the tallest back line. So he's just gone old school football. He's just gone, let's pump it long. Let's put some big people on the pitch. Let's see if we can out-physical them. And again, my criticism would be, I think he should have done it a bit earlier. Because Memphis was terrible. Long ball up the pitch. Jurrien Timber. Berghuis wins a throw-in for the Netherlands. 4 minutes plus stoppage time remain. There probably will be quite a lot of it, you would think. Here's Kloopminers. Jurrien Timber. Van Dijk once again. Ake. Cody Gakpo tries to skip past the defender. Can't. Goes out for a throw-in. Virgil van Dijk. Goes for that long ball once again. Header won that time. But they'll try to get it in there once again. Frenkie de Jong. Oh, it's a really poor pass by Frenkie de Jong. Really poor. Goes to Martinez. Lautaro Martinez. Messi. That's not... No, referee, you can't give that one. You can't give that one. Berghuis isn't happy. I thought that was soft. Seven yellow cards in this one. I didn't think it was a foul. I didn't think there's anything in it. I've said it at the time. I think Berghuis is right to be annoyed. And even if you think it's a free kick, it had a booking. Maybe it's because he's screaming at the referee. Martinez puts it up the pitch. Ake wins the header. That Argentina player will stay down. It doesn't. It was Messi. Got up. Frenkie de Jong. Ake. Whoa, that's a nasty tackle. That could be a red. Oh, it's kicked off. Everyone's on the pitch. It's gone. What is going on? It's all kicked off. The Dutch bench has erupted. Everyone's gone on the pitch. There's a massive fight. It's a shocking tackle. He's going to book him, but it's right in front of the Dutch dugout. And I don't know what's going on here because the ref has totally lost control. I said in the first half there was a concern about losing control of this one, and he's absolutely done it. He's lost control again. He really lost control. And the thing is, when you've been when you've been inconsistent with your cards, and when you've been doing stop-start and you've been giving soft fouls, you're going to lose control of the game. And that's what happened. The ref's completely lost control. He's been bad ref in the whole match. He really has. It's a really bad foul as well. I think he's going to book him, but it's not good. And the fact is that he gave Berghaus a booking for nothing on Messi, and now he's going to give that's the same as a booking. It's ridiculous. I want to see a replay. Paredes, and he's done a tackle already like that in the game. And that's why he's incited it. That's the problem there. That's the issue. He does the tackle and then he boots the ball into the dugout. He does the foul and he absolutely levers the ball into the dugout. They're all lucky. Wow. Ball into the box. Goes to the back post. Well, plenty of time will be added on. There's no doubt that there will be at least... You will think like at least, 5 or 6 minutes, maybe even more. Again, my issue is with the referee. I think the referee is just completely lost control of the game. It happened in the first half when he's booking people on the benches and all that kind of stuff. It was getting silly. So far, you'd say Argentina deserved to win this game. I think Netherlands have been too poor for too long of the game. I think Louis van Gaal got it wrong by keeping Memphis on the pitch too long. Argentina have been the better side. Messi, they haven't been able to handle him. And at the moment, Argentina certainly deserve to go through. 10 minutes of stoppage time. And to be fair, this is the problem. I said it's been so stop-start in this second half. That's why. Probably a bit too much. 10, I was thinking about 6 or 7, but 10, beaten in the air by De Jong. Cody Gakpo was fouled. There's a free kick right on the edge of the D. Oh my goodness. It is a foul as well. Otamendi this time, foul on Cody Gakpo. Can they get it on target? This ref's been terrible. Now, who is going to stand over? Who is going to take this? There's Cody Gakpo there. There's Frenkie de Jong. There's Kloopmeiners. Well, again, it was always going to be a huge amount of time added on after you had that brawl. Even now, this time will get added on. So 93 minutes, about 30 seconds. The game has just erupted into a complete drama. And again, he hasn't controlled the game properly at all. It's been poor. If they score the Netherlands, it won't really be deserved, you would say. Again, they've only come to life late on. Putting the big men on has made a big difference. I think Louis van Gaal should have done it earlier. Because let's face it, Memphis was awful in this game. It's Kloopmeiners. Kloopmeiners puts it into the wall. I was surprised Kloopmeiners. I thought Cody Gakpo would have taken it. Long throw into the box. I was convinced Cody Gakpo would have taken that. It looked like it was the better shape for him. As a clash of heads. Now Otamendi's down. Again, the time's going to be added on. We're going to easily break 100 minutes. I know we're meant to anyway, but it's just going to be at least 102. It's a clash of heads between Martinez and Otamendi now. Make no mistake, I think. We're just seeing the replay of Berghaus when he hit the side netting. I don't know how he got a corner out of that, but okay. Virgil van Dijk's been booked as well. That was part of the big brawl. The referee said he is going to add the time on. I mean, the question now is going to be, can you imagine, if the Netherlands score, there will be a riot on the pitch. The two benches will go mental. And I kind of want to see it. Because they'll go insane. But they've left it too late, I think. And bear in mind, they've only had one shot on target and they've scored. They haven't done enough across 90 minutes. But you do feel like they're going to get a chance. The way they're playing now, the height they've got on the pitch, you feel like they might get an opportunity. And you feel like Argentina may have somewhat lost their heads a bit. Van Dijk. Yuri and Timber. Here's Cody Gakpo in a deep position. Noppert in goal. Argentina still lead thanks to Messi's penalty. That's a good flick on. Weghorst does well. Here is Cody Gakpo. What can he do? Too easy. Too easy. Good defending in the end by Paredes. But it's a throw-in to the Netherlands. Throw-in by Ake. Throws in to Weghorst. They don't want Weghorst there. They want him in the box. Timber. Kloop Miners. They've got work to get the ball in the box. Timber. Got to go long. High ball. Liverpool. That's just kind of sliced. Gakpo. That's a good ball. He might... Oh, headed away. It was a good header by Otamendi. Oof. Virgil van Dijk's not happy. 5 minutes remain. It probably is a foul by Weghorst. He's all arms. It is a foul on Otamendi. But even though there's about 4.5 minutes, you would think there's probably going to be at least 2 or 3 minutes on top of this because we've had stoppages in stoppage time. It's a game that drama is sort of awoken towards the end. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. See if we can get to 250, guys. 30 likes away. Over 500 watching. Officially, there's nearly about 4 minutes left, but we're probably going to get at least 2 or 3 added on, I would think, to that. Does this game have one more chance in it? Is there one last sting or twist in this tale? It's a throw into the Netherlands. 4 minutes remain. Wout Weghorst pulled one back for the Netherlands. Can they get another? That's a long throw. They just can't get the ball at the moment, the Netherlands. Martinez, Yuri and Timber goes all the way back to Noppert in goal. He's going to kick it long up the pitch. And slices it. Flicked on by Cody Gakpo. Luke de Jong. Ball up the pitch. That's a flick on. I tell you what, he'll be annoyed with that. Luke de Jong, because there was a ball put up to him and he nodded it on and he would expect to do better with that. Louis van Gaal watches with a scowl on his face from the dugout. They've got to do, the Netherlands, they've got to get it out to those proper positions that they can whip the ball into the box. For whatever reason, they've still got these big players up front, and for whatever reason, they're still trying to work it into the box. Get out wide, pump the ball in there. That's why you've brought these target men on. Martinez with the goal kick. I think Frankie de Jong went down. Noppert goes to Yuri and Timber. Ball put up the pitch. Van Dijk went for a flick on. There are 5 tall people up front for the Netherlands. Berghuis goes through the legs of a player, but they've lost it. Here come Argentina on the counter-attack. Netherlands have won the ball. It's not a foul. You can't give that, referee. Oh, dear. Berghuis gave the foul away. That's all he's done since he's come on, to be honest. But since scoring, Netherlands haven't... I mean, to be fair, you had Berghuis shot them into the side netting. 2 minutes remain, but probably a little bit more, as I mentioned. We're really in some tense moments here. Argentina do the ball over the top. Got to go out for a goal kick. I really hope this referee doesn't... Look, Zanetti, there's Zanetti and Cambiasso are singing as well in the crowd. Javier Zanetti, Esteban Cambiasso. That's got to be a foul. Or Nathan Ake it is. Now this is an opportunity actually. Every single Dutch player is going up the pitch for this free kick. It's a free kick inside the Netherlands half. Long ball put up there. Van Dijk does manage to flick it on. Nathan Ake. He tried to dig it out wide to Cody Gakpo. They've put it out for a throw-in. They'll take that, the Netherlands. Frenkie de Jong. Can he get the ball into the box? He skips past his man. Oh, he couldn't get over the first man. That's got to be a foul. I think that's a foul. It's a foul to the Netherlands. Again, just outside the edge of the D. It's a definite push. It's really, really clumsy. It's Otamendi. Oh, that's a substitute. Yeah, it's sloppy. It's a clear foul. Now, you would think this time, Berghaus took the last... Oh, no, it was Kloopmeiners took the last one. It's got to be Cody Gakpo this time. After that last one, it has to be Cody Gakpo, I think. If Kloopmeiners taked it, if I was Cody Gakpo, I'd be furious. Your last one was rubbish. Nopper almost looks in tears. We got 10 seconds left of this additional time, but I think, again, there might be a couple of extra minutes added on. We're now in the 100th minute. Messi's been booked as well, a rarity. There is no way Kloopmeiners takes this. Considering what happened last time, it's not even the right position for Kloopmeiners. It has to be Cody Gakpo. It has to be. Because Kloopmeiners' last one was rubbish. It's in a better position. It's literally Cody Gakpo's perfect position. It's a right-footed shape. Oh, he did a pass. It's in! I can't believe they scored. It worked! Oh, my God! It's 2-2. They've scored! Oh, my God! I'm speechless. He passes it under the wall and he puts it in. Oh my God. Oh my goodness me. We're going to extra time. It's the most incredible thing I've ever seen. It's genius. It's absolute genius. Kloopmeiners has passed it under the wall and they've scored. I don't even know who scored. I think it might be Wout Weghorst. Oh, it's incredible. Argentina are stunned from 2-0 down. The Netherlands have equalised. It's going to extra time. Oh my, Wout Weghorst, he was booked before he even came on. He was booked on the bench. He's come on in the second half. He scored a header and he's tapped it into a net. I can't believe this. The balls, the audacity to pass it under a wall in the 100th minute off the training ground. That is ridiculous. Kloopmeiners, I'll give you a clap. Kloopmeiners, Kloop Flowers. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. That in the 100th minute, in extra time, in a World Cup quarter-final, to pass the ball under the wall, the bottle, the balls, the tenacity, Kloopmeiners, unbelievable. 8 minutes left of the game, they were going out. Wout Weghorst with a double. That is mental. That is mental. That is insane. Incredible. There's no ball on the pitch. There's certainly balls on Kloopmeiners because he passed the ball under the wall. Ah, genius. The World Cup. The World Cup. Mental. There will still be time added on because we've still got a couple of minutes. But that's insane. the bottle in the 90 plus 11th minute. I can't believe that. And again, the Netherlands, for a lot of the game, were crap. And that's it. That is it. We are going to extra time. Argentina were 2-0 up. Argentina scored a penalty from Lionel Messi. And now it's kicking off again. It's kicking off again because the Netherlands have equalised. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Louis van Gaal, doubt him at your peril. He brings on 5 6'6" players, including Wout Weghorst, who again got booked before he came on. Louis van Gaal's going up to him, and he's talking to him now. That's incredible. Absolutely insane. And again, Kloop miners, to do that, to have that kind of bottle in the 100th minute, in the last minute of extra time, to pass it under the wall is insane. That is absolutely unbelievable. That is it's got to be one of the greatest. I mean, this game's been shit, but it's got to be one of the greatest World Cup games I've ever seen in my life. The drama, the referee's been shocking. I mean, I mentioned earlier that Memphis Depay should have been taken off earlier on because he was awful. I didn't think bringing on Luke de Jong, Wout Weghorst would change it. But that's... oh my God. That's insane. Well, we're going into extra time. It's the Netherlands 2, Argentina 2. Again, for about 70 minutes, the game was shocking. Lionel Messi scores a penalty in the 73rd minute. I was saying they'd gone home. I was saying before Wout Weghorst scored the first goal, they hadn't even got a shot on target and they didn't deserve it. I still don't know if they deserved it, but it's absolutely wild. And again, the referee, he's got his card out again. He's booking people. The referee's been awful. I mean, if you love drama and you love people fighting and beefing, it's a game for you because it's nuts. And I was criticising Kloop miners as well, going, why you can't take it? Your last free kick was shocking. And he passes it under the wall to Wout Weghorst, who then has the ball to spin, turn, and put it past Emi Martinez. Oh... Now, what do the Netherlands do now? They can't go back to total football. They can't go back to possession. What they've been doing's been working. Put the people up front. Keep pumping the ball into the box. Virgil van Dijk won't be a striker now, but Wout Weghorst is on a hat-trick in a World Cup quarter-final. Incredible. Smash a like on the like button. I don't know what else to say. You got 10 likes to go to 250. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. This World Cup never ceases to amaze. Louis van Gaal, King Louis. Steven Bergwijn's been booked as well. He's not on the pitch because the referee, just look at this free kick again. I can't believe it. It's brilliant. And there is a small patch of Dutch fans in the entirety of that sea of sky blue shirts in the crowd, and they're celebrating, they're going mental. It's insane. Genius. That's off the training ground. And the thing is, it's one thing to get a free kick off the training ground and do it in a World Cup match in a knockout stage. It's another thing to do it in the 100th minute. That's the insane thing. And in fairness, I think with Argentina, once Wout Weghorst scored that first goal, they just went really defensive. They started parking up the bus. I haven't even reset the clock. I don't know. Oh. Incredible. The crowd are stunned. Louis, what have you done to us? What have you done to us, Louis? There's been so many bookings in this game, by the way, as well. Again, the tournament just keeps just giving us these moments. So hit the like button, by the way, guys. We're less than 50 away from 300 now. We're about to kick off in this second half. The ref, I don't know what's going on with him. Football is something else. I love this game. Patrice Evra settings. I'm still... Wow. What a moment. What... Now, the ref's having a word with someone. He probably wants a new yellow card. He's probably run out of space to write names down. We've had a mass brawl from the Netherlands bench. I was doing the coin flip to see who's going to kick off in this game. But, wow. Incredible. Virgil van Dijk's still going on at the referee. It feels like there's going to be a red card in this one, considering how many bookings have happened here. You've got Lisandro Martinez, Otamendi, Messi are still on the pitch. They're on bookings. When it comes to the Netherlands, you've got Jurrien Timber, Virgil van Dijk. Paredes is also booked for Argentina. Berghuis, Wout Weghorst is on a booking. Again, Wout Weghorst got his booking before he even came onto the pitch. But it's 2-2. Somehow, somewhere it's 2-2. We're 30 seconds into the first half of extra time. We saw extra time and penalties earlier today. We saw 2 goals in extra time. What are we going to see next? What else can this game stir up for us? Wow. Here's Lisandro Martinez. Good through ball. Jurrien Timber takes it off Tagliafico. Stefanic's why what happened without Weghorst, he got booked for screaming at the referee when he was on the bench. This referee's been on a madness. He's booked a few people on the benches. And now, again, I hope from the Netherlands' point of view, do what was working for you in that second half. Don't start playing possession football now. Whereas Argentina as well, they just kind of stopped doing anything. As soon as the Netherlands got that first goal, they panicked. And they stopped playing any kind of football. So the game now has to sort of settle down from the madness that it was in. And football. Absolute football. I'm still shocked. I'm still shocked. I thought this game might go to penalties before the game because I thought they might balance each other out, but it's not really been that in this game. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It's Paredes. I think both sets of players are just trying to regather themselves and trying to think like, what is happening here? That's a foul. Foul on Enzo Fernandez. Remember, you are allowed an extra substitution and extra time as well. So the teams might make that. And interestingly, that big atmosphere that was inside the stadium earlier on has kind of hushed down. I think the Argentina fans, as well as the Argentina players, are a bit shell-shocked. And Lisandro Martinez, sloppy. It's just the ball's gone out of play. That's the Netherlands throw-in. And maybe the momentum is... Otamendi's booked, by the way. How many bookings have we got in this game? We've had, in this game, 11 bookings, 11 yellow cards. The Netherlands have committed 19 fouls. Argentina have committed 15. Wild. I mean, even when they're having the team talks at full time, the referee's running around with his card out, giving people bookings. Otamendi. Argentina keeping the shape that they've got. That's a bit of space in midfield. Enzo Fernandez puts it out to Messi. Tries to cut inside. Messi puts the ball to the back post. Aim for Tagliafico. It's going to drop. Oof. Nearly landed towards Messi, but goes towards the keeper. I think that Dutch might be playing for penalties at this point because Noppert just wasted a ton of time picking up the ball. It was actually Frenkie de Jong who just took it off of Messi's foot, headed it back to the goalkeeper. Gakpo. Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong was fouled by Enzo Fernandez. Is he booked? Not yet. A rare player that's not. Bergwijn was booked also as well for arguing with the referee. He's on the bench. He's taken off. He's not even playing at the moment. Nathan Ake travels with the ball. Here's Cody Gakpo. Shifts it onto his right foot. Hooks it back in. Ooh. It just went onto the roof of the net. Berghuis wanted a corner. Let's get another look at this. No, he doesn't touch it, the keeper. But now, again, I think with the players that Louis van Gaal has put on the pitch, you can't play the possession football anymore. He's got to go long when he has the opportunity to. It worked. It worked. So stick with it. But can you do that for 30 minutes, I suppose? That might be what he's thinking. But I suppose, look, you got to give credit to Louis van Gaal because he was 2-0 down. He said, F it, I'm putting big people on the pitch. We're going route one. And he got 2 goals because of it. They stayed in the competition. And this is my point. There's not one way to play football. It's that this way that he played in the second half was the right way. As I said, he should have done it earlier of taking Memphis Depay off because Depay offered next to nothing. If he kept Depay on, I don't think they would have got 2 goals. Fernandes. It's just a case of when do the Netherlands go back to route one or they just now go, screw it, we'll go to penalties. What a game, honestly. Football. You can't make it up. Otamendi. Argentina having a lot of possession here. As I mentioned, the game's sort of slowed down quite a bit. I think the Netherlands are trying to sort of preserve their draw, I guess, at this point. And Argentina are trying to sort of figure out what's happened to them, essentially. How they've let this slip. I think both teams now are really cautious not to throw it away. The Netherlands are like, I can't believe we got back into it. Argentina are like, I can't believe we let this slip away. But at the same time, we don't want to completely collapse. And maybe it's both sides being just physically and emotionally exhausted. They're not really wanting to commit. Here's Martinez. Urian Timber wins the ball back. Oh, it's a foul. Timber's got to be careful. He's on a booking. Along with a lot of people, obviously. And Argentina's playing it comfortably across the back line. Big up Ollie Jade says, great job, Owen. Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate all of you joining me this evening. Still 500 watching. 40 likes to go until 300. So if you haven't already, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe as well. Bottom right-hand corner. What a game. I mean, absolute madness, insanity. Over 1,300 voted. Still 68% of you say that Argentina is going to win this one. But we are level. Here's Messi. Enzo Fernandez. Messi, dispossessed by Nathan Ake. This might be an opportunity. Passes it. Here's Luke de Jong. Got really nowhere to go. Weghorst is in the middle. Remember, he's on a hat-trick. Wout Weghorst is on a hat-trick at the moment. Frankie de Jong. That's a good turn. That'll be a foul. Great ball by de Jong and a great turn by Luke de Jong too. The de Jong's linking up. It's a beautiful turn here. And I think Otamendi's fatiguing quite significantly here. Really lazy tackle that. Got spun really too easily. You wouldn't expect that against someone like Luke de Jong. The question is there another goal in this one? There might be. There really might. I mean, this is a set piece. This is what the Netherlands are looking for. They've got the height. It worked before. They had an interesting set piece for the equaliser. What are they going to do now? Ball in. It's a good one. Oh, headed away by Martinez. Lissandro. That's another foul, surely. No, they're going it the other way. NC says, just giving up on getting the players right. I'm there with you. I'm doing my best. There've been a lot of subs. There's a lot going on. And again, there's not a lot to talk about when Argentina are just playing it side to side because we're trying to sort of catch up on their breath, I think. Here is Lissandro Martinez, though, also on a booking. Tries to do a ball over the top. There's nobody there. And Dumfries is going to go back to Noppert. Noppert puts his foot through it. And there's height to win the header. But Argentina successfully do so. Oh, another Netherlands player's gone down. Oh, an Argentina player's gone down. Yuri and Timber had a collision off the ball. I'm not sure who with. Now he's pulled it back. What's going on? Argentina are on the attack. And now he's pulled it back for something. What is this referee doing? Now, there was something off the ball. Yuri and Timber's on a booking. So is Messi, by the way. Yuri and Timber's gone down holding his face. What's going on here? They just run into each other. There's nothing in it. Messi and Timber just run into each other. Messi gets back up. And there's nothing in it. You don't ruin it, ref. You've done your very best. You didn't do anything. I mean, it was silly for the ref to stop the game. Argentina had the advantage. Timber's holding his eye because clearly there was a collision of heads. Is Lionel Messi standing over this free kick. Going to try and get the ball into the box. Messi, ball in. It barely gets passed into the box. It was headed away, ironically, by Timber, the person he collided with. Messi. Ball put in. That will go all the way out for a goal kick. I'm surprised the ref gave a free kick for that, by the way. I thought he just stopped play because it was a head collision. But he actually gave a free kick to Argentina. G421 says, Owen, what do you think about this ref? I think he's had a poor game. I said it after I think it might have been early in the first half, that I felt like he'd lost control of it back then. When you start giving out yellow cards for needless stuff, then you've basically set the precedent, then you have to keep doing it. And when there's no consistency over the cards you're giving out, players get annoyed, coaches get annoyed, benches get annoyed, and he just lost control of it. He's lost it on several occasions. The standard of fouls that he gives away, there's no consistency for. It's just been really, really poor. And because of that, you've got a game. I mean, ironically, because of his bad refereeing, we got a ton of extra time added on, and that's what the Netherlands scored in. Because of the ref giving away all of these fouls, bad fouls, and giving away all of these bookings, we had 100 minutes plus of stoppage time. Tagliafico. That might be given a foul. It is. A foul. Denzel Dumfries on McAllister. And again, Argentina starting to dominate possession. Ball fired into Paredes. Goes down. Referee gives a free kick. I can't believe this. Just any Timber's got to be in. He's going to be really, really close because that's 2 fouls in the ref's eyes that he's given away in the last couple of minutes. He is on a booking, but at the same time, it just feels like any tackle the ref's given a foul. For either side, it's any contact, his ref's going foul. I mean, you've got to remember as well, the Argentina players smashed the ball into the dugout. It's been insane. But Messi's going to stand over this free kick. He's going to try and chip the ball into the box. Does back post. He's free. Ooh, that was not far away. Otamendi was really close there. Chipped the ball, and the Netherlands try to hold their line. It doesn't work out at all. Otamendi makes a good run. I don't know who's trying to play offside there. I think Weghorst is trying to claim for offside. It never was. 14 minutes gone in extra time. 1 minute remains. I would assume there might be a couple of minutes added on. Are we heading to penalties once again? Well, so a flick on by an Argentina player. Should go back to Emi Martinez in goal. It does. But we're into the final minute of extra time in the first half. And now we're going to be waiting for what amount of time is going to be added on by the 4th official. If it's anything like stoppage time in the second half, anything's possible. Martinez shifted the ball. Dumfries gave him a bit of a kick as well. That's a throw into Argentina. Argentina sort of looking to maybe make more stuff happen, it looks like. I think the Netherlands look a bit spent. I think not only did that late equaliser take it out of them emotionally, but physically as well. Frankie de Jong spins nicely. Here come the Netherlands too. I think also as well, I don't... Is that half time? No time added on. Half time and extra time. It's still 2-2. Nothing really happened in that half, apart from fouls, maybe a couple of yellow cards, and a lot of moaning at the referee. But we're 15 minutes away from heading to a penalty shootout for the second time today. And again, it's just... I think the Netherlands are kind of confused as to what to do at this point. They threw everyone on, and they threw these target men on to equalise and get themselves back into the game, in which they have. But it's almost like Louis van Gaal has now decided, like, I can't play like that for the entirety of extra time. They might do a bit more for the remainder of these 15 minutes. Louis van Gaal's talking to Jurriën Timber. He's saying to Timber, calm down, basically. Because Timber's one tackle away from a red card. He's done a couple in that half, whether they're questionable or not. The referee's talked to him twice. And make no mistake, this referee will do everything in his power to make the game about himself. So he'll send him off if he wants to. But again, let's just look at these. Look at these yellow cards. So, according to what I've got in front of me, Argentina have 6 yellow cards. The Netherlands have 5. Walter Samuel, the Argentinian coach as well, has also been booked. In terms of fouls, the Netherlands have committed 24 fouls. Argentina committed 17. Now, how many of them were actually fouls remains to be seen. And also, some of those fouls came from frustration from both sides of the referee's poor performance. So they start sort of kicking out at people. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. Over 600 watching. See if we can get to 300 likes. We're 21 likes away from 300. See if we can get there. Be sure to subscribe as well. Bottom right-hand corner. A reminder, we'll be live for 3 games tomorrow. We'll be live for Portugal versus Morocco. We'll also be live for Manchester United versus Real Betis. Inside UVHQ, full panel. We'll also be live as well for England versus France too. So 3 big games will be live for all of them tomorrow. So now is the time. Someone is coming off. So Montal is coming on. And Molina is coming off. So there's a change at fullback for Argentina, who are still playing this back 5. The Netherlands can still make 2 more changes, it would appear. 15 minutes separates us from another penalty shootout. The Netherlands 2, Argentina 2. That might be about foul by Frankie de Jong. Referee plays advantage. Here's Messi. Cody Gakpo has a nibble, and the ref's going to bring it back. Well, how long does he want to play advantage for, you would argue there? But he's brought it back. Again, it's 2 apiece. Oh, he's tried to go quickly, Messi. It's 2 apiece. Argentina did go 2-0 up. You are just joining us. Argentina did go 2-0 up. Molina with the first half goal. Messi with a penalty. And 2 late goals from Wout Weghorst, including a 101-minute equaliser, have taken us to extra time. We're now in the second half of extra time. It's now an Argentina corner. Messi is going to take. Can Messi deliver some more magic? He's got an assist and a goal already today. Messi, ball in. Goalkeeper claims it. Really good goalkeeping. All 6'8" of Noppert in goal. Rises above everyone else. Claims it. Kind of dropped it in midair, but collected it. Good keeping. Noppert goes long. Flick on by, I think that might have been by Weghorst, the goal scorer, who is on a hat-trick in this game. Here's Lisandro Martinez. I think, was that Frimpong? No, Frimpong, excuse me. Dumfries went down. Noppert goes on with the kick. That's a flick on by Weghorst. Cody Gakpo wins a header. Luke de Jong tried to win that header. And there's an offside, so it's going to be an Argentina free kick. Oh, excuse me, I didn't done the time. Yeah, sorry. I was too distracted. Thank you. There we go. I got too excited. I got too engrossed in it. Thank you, IA and Mr. Mayor. That's what I love about the UV community. Always keeping me honest. Always keeping me on my game. Here's Messi. Pizzella. Otamendi. It's surprising he's still playing this amount of time. He is, what, 34 at this point. Martinez. 1,500 of you have voted. 65% still say you think Argentina is going to win this one. Keeper's got to kick it. Whoa. Noppert thought it was going to run into his box. It wouldn't get into his box, so he had to kick it. You can feel the tension. You can feel the nervousness. Here's Messi. Messi goes down. It's a foul by Cody Gakpo on Lionel Messi. It is a foul. It's a clear one. It's a silly tackle. Given the referee in this game, I'm surprised he hasn't booked him. There is a booking. I thought there would be. Montiel's been booked for Argentina. Now he will miss the next match. Semi-final. He's out. If Argentina get through, he's going to be out of the semi-final for having a go at the referee. It's just unbelievable. Here's Messi with a free kick. Flick back. Messi. Well, they don't really know what to do here, Frankie de Jong. Messi's going to take him on. He's going to take a shot. Whipped over the bar. Goal kick to the Netherlands. I mean, it was a well actually taken free kick because Frankie de Jong didn't really know how to react. It was a back heel to Messi, and then it's Messi one-on-one with Frankie de Jong, and he's looking up going, oh my God, what am I going to do? 2 likes away from 300, by the way. If you haven't already, click that like button. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner. Remember, you can join the UV Members Club too. Links to the video description. It's also the pinned comment in the live chat. You get your badges, your emojis, and your exclusive members-only content as well. Timber tries to hook it up the pitch. Here come Argentina on the attack again. Urian Timber. Oh, brilliant. Oh, he tried to do too much. He tried to run. Now he's out of position. He's got to get back in. Someone's got to fill in. And the ref's given a foul. Of course. Weghorst. He is on a booking. One of several. Urian Timber's lost his boot. Less than 10 minutes. Angel Di Maria is coming on. Now, is that to make an impact or is that to take a penalty? Maybe a bit of both. He criticised Louis van Gaal in the build-up to this game, said he was the worst manager he'd ever played for. That's got to be a foul on the Netherlands player. No, the referee says no. I thought there was a foul off the ball. Referee said no. But yes, Angel Di Maria said Louis van Gaal was the worst coach he'd ever played under. Louis van Gaal said, Lisandro Martinez is coming off. How dare you? You get what you deserve, Argentina. You take off Lisandro Martinez for Angel Di Maria. The United slander. I won't have it. I will not have it. You deserve what happens to you. Here's Cody Gakpo. They've given the ball away. Gakpo. That's a brilliant tackle. Who was that? Oh, it's a foul. Give it a foul. He booked him. I thought it was a good tackle. Argentina are furious. Referee's lost. Every tackle, he's saying it's a foul. Every tackle, he's saying it's a booking. Pizzella's been booked now. I thought it was all right. I'll have a look at this. He gets the ball. It's not fine. It's a good tackle. Oh, my God. I don't know anymore. Well, another booking, another foul, another free kick. All of the people of the UV Members Club, you can put the bookings in the chat, actually. Ball into the box. Back post. Oh, it nearly landed to him. De Jong. Oh, it's a great block. He's given a free kick. Sure he has. Of course he has. It nearly fell to Luke de Jong at the back. I think it's a block. I'm not sure who it's to. Oh, it's a really good block. It's by Fernandez. Fernandez, great last-ditch block. Because that might have been going on target. I'm not sure what he's given the foul for, their referee. Now, Cody Gakpo's coming off. And it's Noah Lang. Of course, infamously had that falling out with Erik ten Hag. Had attitude problems called Ten Hag, was then sold. We've seen that video of him, you know, of Ten Hag talking to Noah Lang. It's not about you, it's about the team. Nathan Ake. Oh, you're stepping forward a little bit there. But Cody Gakpo's off. Noah Lang's on. For energy, for penalties, don't know. What's he giving a foul for there? Don't know with this ref, man. What did he give a foul for? This is insane. Here's Enzo Fernandez. Plays a through ball. That's not bad. Lautaro Martinez. Oh, he nearly gave it back. Oh, it comes off, I think, Jurrien Timber. Here's Angel Di Maria. Fernandez. I bet he goes down. Fernandez cuts it back. Oh, it's deflected wide. Oh, my goodness me. I don't know who. It might be Virgil van Dijk with the block. Cuts it back. Lautaro Martinez. It just hits him in the chest. In the chest or in the throat somehow. Doesn't know much about it, but deflects it away from the goal. Angel Di Maria stands over this corner. Of course, it's kicking off on the in the box. Di Maria, ball in. Just about cleared now by the Netherlands, by Van Dijk. They need to get out. Oh, wow. 5.5 minutes left before penalties. Di Maria. And it's going to be another corner. This time it's Wout Weghorst defending. Angel Di Maria is going to take again. He's taking it quickly. He's taking it short. Messi. There's space there. Edge of the box. Fernandez. Deflection! Oh, it's over the bar. That's so close. That is... It's gone over the... Who did it hit? I think it hits Weghorst. And it just is over the bar. In fairness, you would say about the goalkeeper, Nopper, he's so tall, he actually kind of had it covered, but it's just over the bar. Oh, for a game that was awful for 80 minutes, it's just drama. Constant drama. Kicking off again in the box. Another corner. Ball in. Headed away by the Netherlands. Can they get out of their box? Angel Di Maria. Ball blocked. It's another corner to Argentina. The pressure is getting worse. The Netherlands are holding on. Another corner. Di Maria stands over it. Ball in. Header over the bar. It was a header by Pizzella. And it's over the bar. That will be a Netherlands goal kick. 4 minutes remain, plus any stoppage time. We don't know how much the ref's going to add on. He added 10 on to the second half. He added 0 on to the first half of extra time. We're just seeing this block from Virgil van Dijk, who again hitting him in like the chest/throat from Lautaro Martinez. Ball put up the pitch. Referee's given a foul by Luke de Jong. This is incredible. Luke de Jong was kind of shrugging, going like, I don't know what to do with this ref. Absolutely incredible game. Paredes. That will probably be given as a foul. No, he doesn't. Jurrien Timber wins the ball. Now, a chance for the Netherlands to counter. Here's Luke de Jong. Noah Lang. What's he going to do? It gets a ball in. It's a really good ball. Oh, that was so close. Martinez claims it. Just tapes it off. I think takes it off Kloopmeiners. The keeper reads it just enough. Less than 3 minutes remain. Netherlands 2, Argentina 2. Be sure to smash a like if you haven't already on the like button. Got over 600 watching. Be sure to subscribe as well. Bottom right hand corner. Here comes Messi. Are we going to get any Messi magic left? Is there one less wave of his wand? It's gone out wide. McAllister. He's played nearly the 420 minutes, the Brighton player. Otamendi. Here's Montiel. Fernandez. Messi. Di Maria. I mean, they're surrounded by orange shirts. They've won it back now. Luke de Jong. I tell you what, they're making a run. Berghuis still going. He might put it across goal. Berghuis. Oh, the delivery's not good enough. And the problem is now, have the Netherlands committed men? They've got a couple men forward. Both teams look out on their feet. That's a good pass by Argentina. Spins. Good shot by Lautaro Martinez. Saved by Noppert. He spins past Jurrien Timber and it's a good save by the Netherlands goalkeeper. Good hit. Comfortable save. He probably should save it. But a good save from the keeper. Enzo Fernandez. We are in the home stretch. 1 minute remains. Messi. The Dutch players look out on their feet. Angel Di Maria trying to play a 1-2. Nathan Ake just gets there ahead of him. Di Maria once again coming into central position. Oh, it's a good pass. Nearly got there. The Dutch players look absolutely exhausted. Di Maria once again. It's Messi. Edge of the box. Drags it wide. It's deflected wide. It's a corner. It might have been on target. With 20 seconds remaining in extra time, Angel Di Maria has a corner for Argentina. 15 seconds. Di Maria, ball in. Oh, Noppert's tipped it over the bar. Nearly went in. That's a great save from the keeper. Look at this. I think that might have all hit the bar, but he's done really, really well. Di Maria takes it short. Messi, edge of the box. You've got to get to him. Takes the shot. He's at the post. I can't believe it. They've hit the bottom of the post. Fernandez, he thought he'd won it. Look at it. Oh, it's a brilliant strike. It's dipping. Noppert's nowhere near it. Oh, incredible. Absolutely incredible. 1 minute added on. What more does this game have to offer? The 21-year-old nearly wins it for his country. Enzo Fernandez hits the woodwork. What else? Goal kick for the Netherlands. There's 1 minute added on, so I don't know how much is left. Maybe 10 seconds. It feels like we're going the distance. 3 seconds remain. This is going to be it. And that's it. We are heading to penalties. An unbelievable quarterfinal. A classic. An absolute classic. It might not have been pretty. It might not have been a good watch for 80 minutes, but you can't lie about the drama. The drama has been absolutely incredible. Argentina 2-0 up with 17 minutes left to play. It ended up 2-2. Wout Weghorst comes on. Scores in the 83rd minute. Scores in the 101st minute. The last kick of full time. We then have extra time. It was dull. Nothing going on. Right at the end, Enzo Fernandez hits the post. Now we have penalties. We have the 6'8" Noppert, a goalkeeper who had never played for his country before this World Cup. He had never played at international level. He's come in for the World Cup. Now he could send his country into the semi-finals of the competition. We also have Emi Martinez. Plays very well for Argentina as well. Are we going to see what we saw earlier? The favourites, Brazil, they went out when it came to penalties. Neymar, their talismanic figure, their best figure, he didn't even take a penalty. He was going to be the 5th penalty taker. It didn't even get that far. Absolutely incredible stuff. Wild. Absolutely wild. Let's refresh the score. Let's get this set for penalties. Wow. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Louis van Gaal, just when you think he's down and out, he does it again. I'm telling you. 2-0 down. He brings on every giant player he has. He goes long ball. They have one of, I mean, honestly, the greatest, most ingenious free kicks you've seen in the last minute. And it's not even like an amazing one. It's just the balls, the nerve to take it in the 101st minute to do a pass instead of a shot. Wout Weghorst scores. Incredible. Absolutely wild. And the second game of the day goes to extra time and penalties once again. Can Messi guide his side to the semi-finals on penalties? Can Argentina do what Brazil couldn't? Brilliant. Absolutely insane. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. We've got nearly 700 people watching. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner. See if we can get 400 likes. We're like 70 away, so let's see if we can do that. Be sure to subscribe as well. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm glad I made the penalty graphics last night. I spent a while doing it, going, oh, just in case for tomorrow. It doesn't really matter what end it's at, to be honest. I mean, behind one of the goals, there is a portion of Netherlands fans. I mean, to be honest, when it comes to this ref, hopefully he doesn't try to ruin penalties by having retakes, all this nonsense. He's had a shocking game. A real shocking game. But we're still trying to decide who's going to take the penalties first, who's going to take them second. I think Argentina are taking them second. I think it would appear that the Netherlands are going to go first. The Netherlands are going to go first, and it's going to be Virgil van Dijk, the captain, is going to take the first penalty. He's going to try and lead by example. Virgil van Dijk. No stutter run-ups. Just walk up, take your penalty, put your foot through it, and score. Here we go. Penalty shootout territory. It's the Netherlands versus Argentina. Emi Martinez in goal. Virgil van Dijk. Singh says, hey, Owen, you're doing a great job. Tomorrow's coffee on me. Appreciate that. Appreciate the contribution. Appreciate all of you joining me so far this evening. Let's go. Virgil van Dijk. Boos ring around the stadium in Qatar. Van Dijk's going to step up. Emi Martinez in goal. 12 yards. Van Dijk. It's a brilliant save from Emi Martinez. That is absolutely superb. That's not a bad penalty. It's not a bad penalty from Virgil van Dijk. It's a sensational save. Look at this. He guesses right. It's a good save. It's a good save by Emi Martinez. And now Messi's not going to do a Neymar. He's not doing what Neymar did earlier on, where he waited. Messi's taking the first one. Lionel Messi versus Noppert. I remember he hadn't played a game for his country before this World Cup. It's Messi, arguably the greatest player of all time, versus the 6'8" Dutch keeper who made his debut for his country in this tournament. Football's about stories. Football's about moments. This indeed could be one. Messi versus Noppert. It's Lionel Messi, 12 yards. Right down the middle. Lionel Messi scores for Argentina. They have taken the lead in the penalty shootout. Critical moments. Did you ever doubt? Did you ever doubt? Did you ever doubt he was going to miss? No, no, no. You did not. Lionel Messi waited. He just waited once again. It's the second penalty of the game that he scored against this keeper. He said, I remember what you did the first time. You dove one way. I just waited. It's Berghuis to take it for the Netherlands. Can't afford a miss here. Can't afford to go 2-0 down. The noise in the stadium is deafening. Berghuis, he's smiling. Berghuis, it's another save! I don't believe it. It's astonishing. Emi Martinez has saved it again. Absolutely incredible. He's celebrating. The stadium's gone insane. Emi Martinez has saved 2 consecutive penalties. One to his left, one to his right. He's celebrating in front of the crowd. And now Argentina are in a real good position. He's milking it. He's drinking it in. Drink it in, man. Brilliant save. It's a good save. It's not a bad penalty again. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear for the Netherlands. Leandro Paredes. Arguably, he might be lucky to be on the pitch because he should have been sent off possibly. Paredes. 12 yards, Noppert. You want to get a save now if you're the Netherlands. You're relying on your keeper or you're relying on a miss. Paredes, 12 yards. It's an absolutely brilliant penalty. Absolutely superb. Fantastic penalty. Side netting, keeper. Even if you're 6'8", you can't do anything about that. 2-0. That is a fantastic penalty. And the question now is, the Netherlands, they got to score. If they miss this and Argentina score, then Argentina are through. It's a fantastic penalty. 2-0 to Argentina. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Nearly 1,000 watching. So who takes this? Kloop Miners. Brilliant penalty. He does score. It's the first penalty scored for the Netherlands. Dispatched with quality, dispatched with ease. 2-1. Now you're relying on your goalkeeper. You need some misses here. If you're for the Netherlands, you need a miss. If this one goes in, they've got a massive advantage. It's I think, who is it? Montiel. So far, Noppert's not been anywhere close to any of these 2 penalties. Montiel. Steps up. It's a quick run up. It's a goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. It's 3-1. He's the penalty taker at his club, and you can see why. Now the Netherlands have to score. He made it look very, very easy, it must be said. Gotta score. Have to score. If you miss, you're out. Wout Weghorst. Weghorst looks at the referee. 12 yards. Can he send Argentina through? Emi Martinez. Wout Weghorst scores. He does score his penalty. So now, and there's a bit of brawling going on again. Shock. Now, if Argentina score this, they're through. Argentina have to score. If they score, they are through to the semi-final against Croatia. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. Over 1,000 watching. See if we can get to 400. And I think it's Lautaro Martinez. Or was it Enzo Fernandez? Enzo Fernandez, 21 years old, to send Argentina to the semi-final of the World Cup. Straight run-up. Enzo Fernandez, 12 yards. He's taking his time. Shifts to the left. Enzo Fernandez looking at the keeper. He's missed! Oh my goodness me! Enzo Fernandez, he has missed. And now the Netherlands are back in it. Pressure on the young man, and this has got very, very interesting. He's missed it. He's not even the keeper had to make a save. I think Noppert would have got to it as well. He's missed, and now this has got very interesting. Again, they have to score. If they miss, Luke de Jong. If he misses, Argentina are through. It's Luke de Jong. From 12 yards, Luke de Jong stutters. He does score. This one is not over just yet. It's all tied up. Once again, if Argentina score, If Argentina score, they will be through to the semi-finals. Nothing has changed in that respect. Are we heading to overtime and penalties? Oh my goodness, it's Latoro. Shock, the referee's done a booking. Just another one. To who? I've given up trying to track who this referee's booked. Lautaro Martinez to send his country through. The Netherlands missed their first 2 penalties. They scored their remaining 3. Argentina have missed their most recent one. If they score this, they are through. Lautaro Martinez. Here we go. Martinez, if he scores, they're through. 12 yards. Lautaro Martinez scores! Scores the goal. And Lautaro Martinez. I've clicked the wrong button. They're through. Argentina are through. They've scored. They've managed to win it on the penalty shootout despite blowing a 2-goal lead. They have won the penalty shootout. The Netherlands are in tears. They're flat on their backs. They're on their faces. The first 2 missed penalties cost them. Argentina are through to the semi-final of the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. There's trouble on the pitch. There's a brawl breaking out. There's a Royal Rumble in Qatar. Oh my goodness. It's all kicking off after unsavory scenes. But this has been the game so far. Lionel Messi will be in a World Cup semi-final against Croatia. Oh my goodness me. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Desolation for the Netherlands players and the Netherlands fans. They thought they had done it. They thought they'd brought themselves back into it. They fought from 2-0 down. A last-minute equaliser in regulation time, but it wasn't enough. The Argentina have won the penalty shootout, and now it will be a semi-final between Argentina and Croatia, the 2 losing finalists of the last 2 World Cups. Argentina in 2014, Croatia in 2018. One team will be going to the final again. Who will they be facing? We'll find out tomorrow. But Weghorst is in tears because the 2 goals he scored meant absolutely nothing. Louis van Gaal tried to turn the game around. He shakes hands with the Argentinian coaching staff. Ronald Koeman will be the next Dutch manager. It's the end for Louis van Gaal. It's the end for him as the Dutch manager, the Dutch head coach. They are out. Martinez, Emi Martinez, the hero for Argentina in that penalty shootout. Lautaro Martinez with a fantastic penalty sends Noppert the wrong way and sends his country into the semi-final of the World Cup. Absolutely incredible. Incredible scenes. Be sure to smash a like on the like button, guys. 3 likes away from 400. We can get there. Be sure to subscribe as well. Bottom right-hand corner. And they celebrate with the crowd. And football. Absolute football. Drama. What a game. What a World Cup quarter-final. As I mentioned, for 80 minutes, it was dull as dishwater. For 80 minutes, it's one of the poorest games I've ever seen. But the drama, the passion, the stories that sport gives you, the stories that football gives you, the drama of it all is just absolutely insane. And I can't thank you enough for joining me through it all. For both games today, that was just insane. The referee should never referee a game again at a World Cup. It's just been incredible. It really has been incredible. And Argentina celebrate, and I think they'll realise, you know what, maybe in terms of just shading it over the 90 minutes or over the 120 minutes, they probably deserve that. They hit the post from Enzo Fernandez at the end of extra time. I felt like they were the team that wanted to play more, that wanted to score more. But at the same time, the Netherlands, they brought themselves back in it just to be knocked out again. It's incredible. It really is absolutely incredible again. And that's sport. That's football. That's entertainment. You maybe would say with the Netherlands, they should have made that change earlier. They should have taken the likes of Memphis Depay off earlier. Going with the big men up front did work, but it was too little too late. I mean, I say too little too late. They got to extra time. They didn't really do anything in extra time. But those first opening 2 penalties cost them. And to be honest, when you miss your first 2 penalties in a penalty shootout, it's going to cost you. And to be honest, this is ultimately why you always have your best penalty takers take penalties early. I said it about Neymar earlier on. I don't understand the logic of having your best penalty takers take the 5th penalty. The first penalty for Argentina was Lionel Messi, and he set the tone. It's the 2nd penalty he scored today. And frankly, you know what? he was excellent today. He really was. He got the assist for the first goal. He obviously got, which was a fantastic pass. That feels like a lifetime ago at this point. He also scored a penalty in regulation time. He scored a penalty, the first penalty for his country in the penalty shootout. Emi Martinez is the hero as well. 2 fantastic saves, one to his left, one to his right. That's all that Argentina needed to win. And now, when it comes to Manchester United, Cody Gakpo, you're out of the tournament. Let's talk. Let's get that deal done. But the drama, and it's only just started. We're only halfway through the quarterfinals. We got 2 more until we're on to the semi-finals, and I'll be live for both of them tomorrow. I'll be live for Portugal versus Morocco, 2:45 for a 3 o'clock kickoff. We'll then be live tomorrow for Manchester United versus Real Betis inside UVHQ with a full panel. KG will be hosting. I'll be joining in once I've finished up the Portugal-Morocco game. And then also as well, we'll be live for England versus France in the final quarter-final game, and we'll have a semi-final lineup by that point. We know one of them at this point is Argentina versus Croatia. The last 2 losing finalists of the World Cup in 2014 and 2018 are going to be facing off. What's the next semi-final going to be? Is it going to involve the world champions? Is it going to involve England? Is it going to involve Portugal? Or is it going to involve the underdogs Morocco? Who knows? Anyway, guys, look. I'm out of here. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. I feel like it's been a historic day. I feel like it's been a day of football at the World Cup that we'll never forget. And I'm really glad I was able to share it with all of you. I'm out of here. Have a great Friday night. And I'll see you again tomorrow. We go again. Sport. You can't write it.